they work at like you can eventually become a manager. And I was like, thanks.
Was this like recently?
Yeah.
No. I thought you meant like corporate Waffle House. I was like, yo, corporate training for Waffle House would be fucking lit.
No, she meant like a store manager. She's like, well, she would get me in it as store manager.
Yo,
one
you
restaurant.
Seem like you're good at like being a busboy. I got a job for you, bud.
Yeah. Hey Tony, how many drugs do you take today? The answer's less than 15. Have I got a job for you?
The drug test at Waffle House is just to make sure you're high enough to be there.
You're high enough that you won't leave in the middle of your shift.
Yeah,
you won't realize that you're working at Waffle House.
Apparently, they've got really good benefits, but
it's
all you can eat.
It's sincerity. It's a decent company, but like what was funny was she didn't ask what I was doing. She was like, "Hey, I can get you a job. Is this? And here's what you'd be making." And I was like, "Okay, well that's like half of what I'm making now. So why would you come to me with this BS? What do you like?" It's as if you don't know me at all.
It's as if you don't like all you can eat waffles, Tony.
Right. I was going to say, Tony, you could always do it while you're doing other shit. Guarantee store managing a Waffle House, you could do 100 other things while you're doing it.
You can literally record your show while you're being the manager.
Hey, Phil, do you want to do your topic and make me the end? You want to do it before mine?
Yeah, don't make mine the end. It's going to be so fucking downer.
For use. That would be funny, though. Like, Waffle House kitchen in the back. Hey, y'all, it's Tony P. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you are doing well. Today I want to talk about something that's really something that's really been bothering me, something that's been coming up a lot. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, Tony, I want one scatter covered, smothered, chalked, eggs on the side runny.
See, this is the shit I'm talking about.
Be
eggs
your best self and good food fast. We'll catch you next time.
Who says that? Bean says Charles sounds a little quiet.
I just
Shut
turned
up,
up
Bean.
my
okay.
microphone a little bit. There.
Let's keep it that way. No, keep it that way. Keep Charles low.
No, he sounds good now.
Phil, I was gonna pull up the Phillies or the Flyers game and put it in share screen.
Oh well, it's over now, baby. They beat the shit out of the Penguins 6-3. Welcome to the show, Swan.
Yeah, thanks.
You bitch.
Oh, that's a good reminder. Good reminder for me to introduce her.
Nah.
About me sometimes.
We got this bitch on the show.
Again. Yeah.
No.
Also, we were tied until
we scored more goals than you. Yeah, it's weird how sports works like that. Yeah, it's weird. So weird that we scored 3 more goals. You know, it was a really close game until the other team scored more points.
Yep, that's why I said
all this politics, man, drives me crazy. Mike, you ready?
Shut up. You know why we'll never be eye to eye on anything, Charles? Because you're fucking blind. Let's start the show.
I'm taller than you.
Am I going
Tony,
first?
You're ready.
Okay. I'm always ready. I stay ready.
You're the one that says, wait, most of the time.
That way you don't have to get ready.
One day I'm going to learn how to point.
You are listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Charles, Mike, Phil, and here with today's topic is Tony P.
Oh, crap, that's me. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing today? Thank you so much for checking out Almost Daily Discourse. This is a podcast for pondering, where we hang out with other trash pandas in the chat and on the panel and talk about stuff. Last week got a little heavy, but this week I got a fun one. Got a fun one for all the garbage bears out there. That's my new thing. I just came up with that.
I hate that.
Alternative of a trash panda is a garbage bear. No, we're not doing that. We're not going to make
I
that
love
a
it.
thing.
I love it. I love it.
We haven't even Trash Panda hasn't even caught on yet. And I'm already like, nah, we're switching it up.
We're moving
hit.
forward here.
Yeah,
New
the
year,
hit version.
new year, new
Garbage
band.
Grizzlies.
We're gonna make that a thing, folks. Garbage Bears. Much like our mascot of the show, Bear McFall. So today our topic is brought to you by Al Hanley. Oh, Charles is checking out. He's done. Charles does not like Garbage Bear
I'm not even
McFall.
sure why I show up anymore.
Same. I was shocked. Our topic today brought to you by L. Hanley, who hangs out with us in chat. If you guys aren't hanging out with us in chat, we're on twitch.tv/Almost Daily Pod or Facebook. Yeah, those are the two places. Come out, hang out with us in chat. You can give us some topics. So the topic today, what does your car say about you? Not if you ask the car a question, what does it say back? But like things about your car. Mike's pointing at somebody. I don't
point at Swan, who you still haven't introduced.
Oh, Mike, you're such a good Mike, you're a pal. Anyway, she can wait. So what does your car say about you? Now, the best thing about me forgetting to introduce our special guest today, which Mike, appreciate you, brother, is that 30 seconds ago before we went on air, everyone was like, hey, we got our guest. I was like, cool. Thanks for letting me remember. But I forgot. Hey, so joining us now, Emily Swan from twitch.tv/a swan named Emily. She does art. She does a doodle crew. And she has some news she'll be sharing with us that I don't want to step on her thunder. But she's hanging out with us today to chat. So what does your car say about you? I'll give you an example. Mine is gray. It's not quite black. It's not quite white. It's a mix. Thus gray. Windows tinted. Mike, you loved it. You loved it, Mike.
I'm leaving.
Windows tinted.
Tinted like your soul, Tony.
I like my privacy. I don't like people looking at me. I don't like having to go out in public. So when I do, I like Pimpmobile, Pope-mobile tint.
But do your cup holders work?
Oh, let's not talk. We're not going to talk about the cup holders unless there's time for that. Also, I keep it clean, keep it pretty organized, keep it pretty fresh. And by clean, I mean the inside. Like I just,
Clean.
It's very organized. Like me, things that don't belong there aren't there. So that's my car. I am. Thank you, Stealth King in chat. Am I a neutral Jedi? Very much so. Charles,
Yo,
your car. What does it say about you?
it says that I don't like paying really high gas prices. I like getting great gas mileage. I still got to haul some shit around. So I got a hybrid
bike?
car. Yeah. No, you can't haul shit on a bike.
With a little fucking
A basket?
Red Rider, Red Rider like wagon tied to the back of it.
For all those who forget, I'm in Georgia. And if you're not in the city of Atlanta, which it still happens in the city, but there's the city of Atlanta, and then there's the state of Georgia. And if you're in the state of Georgia, if you're a dude, you drive a big ass truck that gets like 10 miles per gallon. I hate that shit. Hate it with a passion. I think it's dumb, and all I can think of how much money you're wasting, and if you're not actually using it for work purposes to generate money or something.
Sounds like Antifa.
Never mind. I was gonna make a really bad joke. I should move on. But I've got a Ford C-Max, and it's a hybrid car, and it gets on a good day, it'll get 54 miles per gallon. If I do it right, on a bad day, I get like 30 miles per gallon. You know, if you treat it like a gas car, but it's a great little car, and it has a little hatchback on it, and I can put my speakers and stuff in it and take it to gigs if I need to. And it flows, man. It gets in and out. It picks up when it has to, and it's sensible. Unlike me. So, you know, I don't know what it says about me, Tony.
I think maybe you misunderstood the topic.
It says I have a car. I don't know what else it's supposed to say. It says I go to work like a goddamn human being. What do you want?
Is it messy? Would you say?
Oh God, I live out of my car, man. I've got shit in there all the time.
All right.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot.
it is the true opposite of Tony's car. Tony's car is like You order that shit on Lyft, you're like, dude, did I pay for Uber X? Jesus Christ, this is a sharp car. You order my shit, is like fucking reject. It's like, no, let me move the jackets out of the way from work and all this other stuff. Sorry about my amp in the back. No, it's not a cool bass amp in the car. It's like a little shitty amp that you put speakers on at a karaoke thing. My bad.
I got in Charles's car. He's like, sorry about the amp. I was like, yo, we're about to be booming. No, it's for work later.
Yeah.
Queen Hat in chat says, my car is a mess, just like my life. Charles, I feel like you can relate based on that description.
I'm busy, and I need to reach over and grab. I've got like 3 different masks in there.
600 candy bar wrappers. No, those are gonna come in handy, bud. I feel you.
Okay, Mikey. First week back at work. What does your car say about you?
So
that's what I thought. Thanks, Phil.
Well, I mean, it's obvious. If you look at my car, you're like, okay, that guy is in his 30s and he's a dad. I drive a 2020 Hyundai Kona. It's not quite SUV. It's not quite sedan. It lands somewhere lumpy in the middle. Like it's the dad bod of cars. So like it's a complete fit for me. Before that,
all right.
I was driving a Hyundai Accent, right? Little small sedan hatchback. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It got me from where I needed to go. But when that finally started to die, I said, you know what? I'm fucking 34 years old. It's time to treat myself. So I went out and I bought this car, and like, it's got your heated seats, it's got your Bluetooth, it's got all these things that at the time I was like, man, I don't need all this shit. What am I gonna? Oh wait, there's a backup camera. Okay, yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's a sports mode. I don't know what a sports mode is. So, I drive a silver one, right? 2020 silver. Yeah, that's it right there. That's my car. So, well, that's a 2021.
And this,
but
folks, is why you need to be watching us live
but
on Twitch.
You get the point, right? Like, it's a car that's having an identity crisis of what it wants to be like. Like my accent.
It's definitely a thick boy. It's a thick boy of cars.
No, it looks like it wanted to be a Subaru, and then it was like, oh, that seems like so much fucking work.
Yeah, it's like I could be a Subaru. But I'm just not that safe, and I'm gonna cost you more money. But it's crazy because my smaller car, the hatchback sedan, it had a bigger trunk. It was a little bit more roomy in the back. But these are the things that I don't care about anymore. Hey guys, I have a hitch. I don't know if I'll ever use it, but I got it.
Do you have a hitch cover?
No, it's really just there for truck nuts. Some point.
You got to represent your favorite sports team with a hitch cover.
Oh, I'll have to Google that during Charles's segment.
You really don't live in the South, because in the South, everybody know like you need a Roll Tide hitch cover.
Okay,
or
yeah.
That's what
we need to give Tony. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide hitch cover. I'll Google that. But Tony, like you, man, my shit on the inside's fucking clean. Like, I don't have garbage just laying around. I've got, since it's winter up here in Pennsylvania, I have an ice scraper, a pair of gloves, and that's about it, You know
why, Phil? Because we're adults.
That's right?
Adults keep their space clean and organized.
You don't go anywhere, Tony. Why would your car be dirty?
Yeah, if you ever used it, Tony, you might accidentally leave something in there, bud.
I was in my car today.
Did you go anywhere?
I needed something out of the glove compartment.
Well done. But sorry, Mike, what does your car say about you?
Yeah, so I drive a 2016 Ford Fiesta ST. The Ford Fiesta is the smallest, cheapest car that Ford makes in America. the Fiesta ST has way too much fucking power for a tiny, super light subcompact car, and is way too strong for the weight that it has. And so, anytime you like press the gas just a little bit, the front tires squeak because it's front wheel drive, and it puts too much power down to the wheels and not enough weight in the car to make it go anywhere. So it yells a lot. It's super fucking loud, and everyone that sees it thinks a child is driving it.
It's so Mike.
Like
Yeah.
your
So
boy.
Yeah.
Mike.
Look, all I'm saying is I got
You don't
a
have
pretty
a lot
thick
of weight.
mustache. Right. I got
You
a pretty
scream a
thick
lot,
mustache with
And
this
Stephanie
thin beard,
drives you.
flat brim cap. I
Lid.
clearly there is a 16-year-old boy inside of me somewhere controlling everything I do, just like everyone that drives the Fiesta ST.
Jen Chill
in
says you got to
England-
take that for mudding.
Jenna Chill in chat, who I know lives in Georgia. She gets it. She knows mudding and truck hitch.
But yeah,
Roll Tide.
I recently
There
did
you
a
go.
resonator delete on the exhaust just before COVID, so
Sorry,
that my
what?
car was louder because it needed to have more. People needed to hear it more as I was driving around. I thought.
You got to get some Whistler tips on there.
I was
Woo,
That'd make my
woo!
pennies
The
you
drop.
need to
whistles
make
go
that
woo.
woo.
Bob Robin, little sis. They got you.
Swan, class this joint up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's why you bring me on. I was gonna say, I mean, aside from living in a
Oh
place
crap!
that has,
Swan's on the show. I'm sorry.
that
Hey
has
everybody,
my
this is
mother-
Emily Swan. She has her own Twitch channel.
I was getting to it, y'all. You just didn't give me enough time.
It's a slow burn with Tony. You got to let him set it up and spike it home.
Swan, what does your car say about you?
I was
It's an
gonna say,
Escalade.
what?
It's a Lincoln Navigator
Private helicopter.
Yes,
with rims.
yes. Oh,
The
On the
helicopter
helicopter.
has rims.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The helicopter has
Yeah.
spinner rims on it.
how we do it in upstate New York.
I mean, you gotta have something to fit that 6'7" body of yours in it.
This is true. This is true. So that's why I can't claim to have a hog, but I do have a motorcycle, and that's
Yeah, I
usually,
forgot.
like if I have a preferred mode of transportation, that's it. So I've had a lot of different cars. I really liked the car I had right before this one because it was an Audi and it had a turbo and it was really fucking fast, which was awesome. And it was awesome until I blew my serpentine belt on the highway doing 75 and it just died. So talk about what I have in my car. I have a first aid kit. I have a fire extinguisher and I have blankets because it was winter when that happened. And
Oh shit!
3 hours later, the tow truck showed up and rescued me. But now I just have a Chevy Cruze because kind of like you were saying, like I when I'm commuting, I commute about an hour to the winery. So anytime I'm up there, I wanted something that got good gas mileage. And you know, the Audi was really expensive to fix. That was the problem. As much as I loved it, and it was a tank. Like we get a lot of snow, and it's a heavy car, so it handled great in the snow, and it had great power. But it was just so goddamn expensive.
See, and I always wanted an Audi, man. Like growing up, like an Audi S4 was like, I need that car. And then like 10 years ago, I was like, man, one of these days I'm going to get an Audi S4. And then like 10 weeks ago, I was like, you must be out your goddamn mind if you're going to pay the repair bills on an Audi. Get a fucking Hyundai like a dad, you dumb dick. You're 34. You can't be getting out. You wish you were Audi money rich to fix that. No, get a Hyundai where you get free car washes and oil changes whenever you want.
Are we missing the lowered expectations story that's going on in our chat by just Kruggles? It's like she wanted an Audi, but it's because I was in love with my skating coach and he had an Audi. But then his fiance made him sell because she couldn't drive a stick. They're divorced now. Lowered expectations.
And now she's
I'm-
with a guy who drives a Fiesta.
That does wheelies reverse.
Hey, Fiesta means party in Spanish.
That's right. We call it the little party car.
That's what it says about you. As far as Swan, the bike, the motorcycle to me says renegade, much like
Okay, not the word I thought you were
Lorenzo
going to say.
Lamas.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas. Have you not seen Renegade?
Yeah.
Does anyone? Do you guys? Do you guys do? Go ahead, Mike. What's up?
I was just going to tell her she's in luck for having never seen Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
And because I'm not one to disappoint our chat, Renegade. Do you guys? Does anyone here do like bumper stickers and
nope?
Your kids or your stick figure family or your sports team
now, because they asked me the same thing when I was almost picked for jury duty. They ask you about your bumper stickers.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That's because of your political views and whatnot.
I think so. And don't test me, I'll go postal or something like that probably sends a specific message. But
Mine says fuck the police, kill them all. So when do I start on jury duty?
Yeah. SWAT's bumper sticker says ass, gas, or grass. Nobody's guilty for free.
Yeah. No one rides for free, Charles. No one rides.
I know. I love seeing her Instagram post. So when she finally gets out and rides, the weather and everything, and she goes on that first ride, and it's like this motorcycle. She's got the full gear, and just like a kid, like that's the face right there. That's the face. You're like badass. Kid at the candy shop. So awesome. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
What you feel though, like when you're riding it, that's the feeling in your heart. So I get it.
Yes. No, there is no adrenaline better than that. And while I'm kind of near enough to the country here, like there are back roads that are amazing. And there's one that I can drive up and actually get to where like tow planes and gliders fly off of. So you can look out and see like the whole valley. Like that ride is fucking gorgeous. And especially when we get fall foliage. But no, like bombing around on my bike on my own is amazing. And yeah, you got to wear the full gear because I don't want to be a road pancake.
If I ever get a motorcycle,
you should never get a motorcycle.
Somebody come to Pennsylvania quickly if I'm in the process of buying a motorcycle.
Oh, I can't wait to ride with Swan. It'd be awesome.
So I was going to say, Jess in chat has a Prius real quick. She says people assume that she drives around with a assumed sense of self-importance. I will neither agree or disagree.
And then she can't park.
Jenna Chill has an old band sticker on her car from 2006. It's barely hanging in there. If I had to guess, that's probably a Dave Matthews Band Fire Dancer or something.
So for 3 cars in a row, I had the same bumper sticker, which was really difficult because the bumper sticker I had was this hardcore band out of Massachusetts made a bumper sticker that just said, "I'd rather be stage diving." And they sold it for
sold 10 of them, and it was printed on a very specific leaf.
Like 15 or whatever. Like they had like a super limited run of them. And so I picked one up at the time. And when the car that like had it got totaled, I used a heat gun to peel the bumper sticker off so that I could scan it in and then make my own custom ones for future cars.
Nice.
It's not on the car that I currently have because this is the first like younger than me car I've ever owned. You know what I mean? Like when I was 16, my car was, 25 years old or whatever, right? And so like this is the first time I had a car that was like not old enough to vote. And it was incredible and it was amazing and I wasn't going to put anything on it.
Yeah, the first bike I had was the same age as I was. Like it was, we got it used, but it was the same age as me, and it ran poorly because of that.
That's where I'm at now. I keep it clean. I don't have any bumper stickers. The last car I had had the family, like the man, the woman, the kids, but it was just the dude by himself, just a white sticker of the dude by himself, which got a lot of positive attention and from married people that thought it was funny, which wasn't the attention I was going for.
Yeah.
But ever since
you get the community you deserve, Tony P.
But ever since I got a newer car, again, mind your business. I don't want anything about me on my car. I don't want you to even know I'm in my car. Like maybe it's driving itself, so I do no bumper stickers, no nothing. Keep it mysterious. Phil?
I had a sticker on the back of my accent, which was the Elephant Six Recording Company, a random recording company down in Athens, Georgia. My sister made it for me when she got into the the multi-level marketing sticker making game. So like when I knew the iron was hot, I struck and just gave her the file because I knew she was going to fall out of that very quickly. I'm not going to lie. It lasted the entire time. Like it never broke down. It was well made. But I mean, since I got the new car, no. I have a Radiohead sticker that's being, processing to be put on the car at some point. Well, it probably won't happen. And then, to be honest with you, Botch makes magnets, and I would rather have a magnet on the back of my car than a sticker because I can easily just move it from place to place.
That's a grown guy move right there. Put the magnet, and then when people steal them, so what? They're promoting their podcast.
Yeah, right. But talking about those families, the window stickers, man. My favorite that I saw was just Batman and then 2 gravestones. So
I remember the first time I saw like the zombie family, I was like, oh, that's really fucking funny. And then I saw it like 500 more times after I had seen it the one time, and I was like, oh, it's just as funny.
Oh man, can we talk about Salt Life?
Oh fuck!
No, let me interrupt.
No.
Let me interrupt. Funny enough, I live in Columbus, Georgia, which is 100 miles south of Atlanta. We're on a river. We're on the Chattahoochee River, but that's about it. Salt Life headquarters is here. They came a few years ago. They posted up and decided this would be their headquarters. I'll take a picture next time I'm downtown. Driving in my car, for those that doubt I have one. Go ahead, Phil.
It's people that like to go to the beach. That is it. End story. Stickers everywhere.
Fucking everyone. Like, who hates the beach? What kind of asshole? Oh, fucking of course. God damn it.
The anti-Salt Life people.
He's got enough salt in his life that he doesn't need to go to the beach.
It's true. I'd rather go to the mountains than the beach, but
so hashtag snow life then, right? Your snow life, hashtag snow life.
Do I fucking look like I ski? No, Phil, not hashtag snow
you
life.
Look like you can go tubing or used as a toboggan. You've got that shape and
I wear a toboggan. I don't ride a toboggan.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say you look like the abominable snowman, so that might work. He looks
Mike, like he wears jeans when he skis. What do you mean?
Could you imagine though, Charles going down the mountain on skis, just literally throwing elbows past everybody he goes by, but then not being able to stop?
Right.
Yeah.
It's pizza and French fries. Never forget pizza and French fries. But Salt Life, Mike, started as like just stickers, and then it's a clothing line now. We have a store. We have everyone's getting Salt Life shirts for Christmas this year, or for Dragon Con. But yeah, they have retail stores now, and it's all just stuff that says the same thing.
It says Salt Life, yeah. Now, I thought it was with like deep sea fishing, because I've seen some stickers that say Salt Life in association with like a marlin or something. So I thought it was a fishing thing, not just a beach thing. That tells you nobody fucking knows what this thing is.
But nobody has to know.
We do. It means I like the beach.
Stealth King has a Salt Life shirt. Stealth King lives in fucking Iowa. The only salt that he sees is on his goddamn table, and then it's too spicy.
Damn, Mike coming for the white people today. That's crazy.
Yeah, that one. We have the.
That makes sense. Okay, he got it while he was stationed in Guam. Guam has water,
get off the man's
totally
back.
Fine. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. For podcast posterity, I apologize. I was wrong.
No, you wear it only while you're in Guam.
The other big one around here. Well, you know this, Tony, right? The other big one around here is anything that's a brand and camouflage, or a deer head, right? You get the deer head or the pink deer head for the female hunters. It's like,
Right.
okay, you like to murder shit. Cool. I don't care.
Brian in chat says, I thought I knew everything about Columbus. Brian, thank you for joining us. He's a friend of mine, a dude I know, not the one that's a terrorist, by the way. In
Go to
the
bed,
South,
Brian's kid. That's not Ben.
in the South, Yeti is also popular. Yeah, you heard me right. The cooler brand, but people really like their cooler so much that they rep the brand. And thank you, Stealth King. It's Realtree.
And both of them are correct. Browning and Realtree.
Yes. And Jen Chill says Browning. Realtree, also out of Columbus, Georgia. Y'all, we coming up. We are
Is that
coming
like
up.
a elevated
Sounds like you
Dollar
need to
Tree?
get out of Columbus,
What's-
Georgia.
Realtree literally has like 5 employees. But they have an office here. That's all that matters. Realtree is a specific camo design, and what they trademarked, copyright rather, whatever, is the actual design. So Realtree is a specific camouflage. Not all camouflage is Realtree. They have their very own. It's that like it really matches the woods in the South. It's for hunting. It doesn't look like military.
I got it. I see it.
So that's and they became popular. I actually had a meeting. I met their marketing person because again, it's only 5 people. They became popular by selling their brand. Like Charles said, there's a Realtree version of everything, and they sell it, that design, and now it's super popular. So this has been your marketing lesson for this week.
Well, you want to throw it back a little bit? We're talking about stuff you see now, but what would you see when you were growing up? I know I saw No Fear was everywhere, and Calvin pissing on everything.
Calvin
Oh,
pissing
boy,
on
Calvin.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Massachusetts, so it was Calvin pissing on the Yankee symbol was everywhere. People just they fucking hate the Yankees, man. And so like there was more shit
Same in the South.
Yankees, than there was about liking the Red Sox. Like everybody's car either had a Jeter sucks bumper sticker or Calvin pissing on the Yankees logo. Nobody had a Boston Red Sox logo. Nobody.
That sounds about right for Boston. But here's the thing. I get you're not a Yankees fan. Jeter sucks. Come on. One of the greatest players of all time. Like,
sucks.
really?
I
really?
can hear it. All I
Come
can hear is
on. Come on.
Yeah, we had the Calvin pissing, but it was always on the NASCAR numbers.
Oh, there you go.
A
Yeah.
lot, like especially 3. 3 was very divisive.
Number 3 on the car, number 1 in my heart.
There you go.
You talking about the Intimidator?
He turned right one too many times. Just saying.
Say renegade again, Tony.
I don't know who's doing the bit, but that really is Dale Earnhart, the Intimidator.
I know.
The Intimidator.
Just so you guys know. All right.
And he fucking ran into a wall and died on the track.
I've spent too much time in the South. I've decided as of tonight, as I went on about Dale Earnhardt and the origin of Realtree,
Salt Life.
that it's time for me to go.
Get you one of those deer stencil outlines so you know, like
Yeah, I was
boy.
gonna say, on the back of your car when you got that pink bumper sticker that just says "Salt Life" across a deer head, we'll know.
Well, hey, I don't like being on my phone, but I'm gonna take a note. I want to do the Salt Life Realtree Yeti sticker, and then have Calvin pissing on it. Boom. You guys like that? You know what I loved when I was little? Garfield stuck on my window. We had one of those. The Garfield that was like stuck up against the glass. Like,
Okay, for a second, I thought that was your actual show to love moment.
no. That was me getting there. I'm getting it there.
Pull it
So
up for you, Tony. And I was like, that's not what it says.
female gets it. His grandma had a Garfield. That's what's up. And I think he just called me old. But that was my way of getting to my show the love. What I am showing the love to today is the Good Stuff podcast by Rob and Nick. Why am I talking about the Good Stuff podcast? Well, they invited me on the show. They said, hey, man, do you want to come be on this show? And I was like, sure, I have nothing better to do. And then get this. I've been on many podcasts. I've been on 100 episodes of this podcast. I make my own podcast. Never once has anybody sent me cookies. But you know who did? The Good Stuff podcast. So they sent me a box of cookies, Oreos. They were from Japan. They were chiffon cake Oreos, but I don't want to say too much. Check it out. Watch Sakura chiffon cake Oreos from Japan. Check out the episode. I think it's out now, if not very soon. Just go follow them wherever you listen to ADD. That's us. Speaking of us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. You can also find our guest on Twitch, Twitter, probably Facebook, I don't know, but also on Twitch. So check her out. And hey, send us a message. Send us a message or an email and let us know what your car says about you. Is it clean? Is it dirty? Are you riding dirty? Are there 3 wheels? Whatever. Let us know how it affects you. And you can find me at youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. I just put a video out. Oh, it was today about a friend of mine that is a legit terrorist. Broke into the Capitol. I'm not making it up. Kind of crazy. So yeah, go subscribe at youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. And don't go away. If you're watching live, we'll be right back. If you're listening to the podcast, just get ready for the next episode. Come back tomorrow. Whatever. I don't know. Haven't figured that part out yet. But live chat, stick around. We will be right back.
How does a podcast work?
Almost Kilted. Almost knows what I'm talking about. Renegade. You got to play the opening intro.
Well, you can play it yourself because it's streaming over on Roku TV for free. All 5 seasons in HD.
Yo, gotta get that HD.
So there's a shot of him like
shit out of that when it was on.
Coming over the sunset. That's what I needed you to.
That HD Harley Davidson.
Oh yeah, Renegade.
You know he's driving like a Yamaha or something in the,
in
the show.
No, I'm hoping for a shadow. Random.
Are you guys talking bad about Lorenzo?
Never.
We don't say bad things about Lorenzo
we're
on this show.
talking bad about Renegade.
So this will be for the Patreon and watching chat. There it is. Do it.
He was a cop and good at his job, but he committed the ultimate sin and testified against other cops gone bad. Cops that tried to kill him, but got the woman he loved instead. Framed for murder, now he prowls the Badlands, an outlaw hunting outlaws, a bounty hunter, a renegade.
Renegade.
Look at that gun! Oh my god!
Hey, you can shoot that helicopter?
Yeah, get him! Yeah!
So now I see where the Daredevil got his stair fighting skills from. What the fuck?
This show was for a baby. Like two.
Oh, gotcha. We don't do
he's
that.
good guys. Going to work at the winery.
5 seasons.
He's a ninja, and he has that gigantic gun that shoots helicopters.
Yes. You know why? Because Renegade. So a little inside baseball. Phil and I keep trying to work out when I can come on to Botch Does Movies. I can't do it just yet, but when I do, we're watching 3 episodes of Renegade.
As soon as it gets on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, who's stopping me? I'll put it on Amazon Prime.
Okay, I'm sure you could purchase it and sell it to Amazon.
Lorenzo would have no problem with you doing that.
No.
If you look back at your screen, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, but you got to buy it.
You can purchase it.
That's not what he said. He didn't
That's
say
true.
free. He said Amazon Prime.
It's not
I'm
my fault
sorry,
that
you're
you
too
don't know
cheap
how
to
the
put up
world
$2
No,
to
I'm
get
sorry
Tony
that
an
you don't know the
episode.
rules. Sorry, you don't know the rules.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
get invited. I don't need to know.
That's not how that works.
Rules.
So, a story Charles mentioned, I'll throw out since I didn't mention it in the show. He made a quip about my cup holders. Was this maybe the first time Charles was in my car?
Yes.
For starters, he had a big drink. I don't know why. I don't know why you had a big soda or something with you.
I don't remember.
Because, like, come on, man, don't do that. Don't just bring food in people's car. And I was like, oh, here's the cup holder. And in my car, the cup holders kind of suck. Like, they're hidden away. You got to press the button and they come out like, and I said, hey, man, please be sure to put it back before you get out of the car. He attempted to put it back. He didn't. It popped back out. Gorilla McFall broke it off. Like his knee hit it, completely snapped it off. And I had to pay to get it fixed. It was about $250.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know, but it's all good.
You
because I
didn't
just
even
went.
offer?
I just went. No,
He didn't know.
It's
No.
universal. I
didn't
did the universal offer. I looked. Wait, my bad, yo, and then got out and left. I mean, it's all good, right? When you say my bad, it makes it all right.
It was all good. I would not shake him down.
You're too good a guy.
I just suffered. Yeah. Just to be clear, it's not like he owes me money or anything. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody gets one. And Charles used that one on account of everybody. So the next person that breaks my cup holders. Yeah.
I do believe I offered to drive or something. I don't know.
No, Charles. I know that wasn't the case because I was dropping you off at the train.
Barda station. Yeah,
What are we
well,
doing?
fortunately, you didn't need legs to be a blacksmith. Fuck off.
It was MomoCon.
He's so fucking tall. Like, you'd probably be doing him a favor.
Right.
Just take some of that away from him, you know? Fit more
About
comfortably in
Jack
airplanes. You're
Was it
welcome.
MomoCon,
baby.
Charles? Me, you, and your buddy went to Momo.
Yeah, Hugh. We did we did MomoCon with Hugh. Yeah.
So you guys met me there, and then we went and got lunch, and I brought you back to the MARTA station. Right? Yes.
That sounds about
Two-
right. Probably.
$250 lesser.
We went to Voodoo.
No, we went
I believe I
to
bought Vortex.
Vortex.
Vortex is where we went. That was
Pretty
some
good
food.
Pretty good burgers. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I bought lunch that day, so we're even.
You know how much lunch was
Not
it?
that good.
Tony,
Not
we
that
were the
good.
same age at the time. It's okay.
All right, who's up? You guys ready?
Mike?
Miguel.
I believe it's me. What am I talking about? Oh,
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Phil, Tony P, Charles, and here with today's topic is Mike.
what's going on, Trash Pandas? It's me, it's Mike, hanging out with my friend, Emily Swan. Emily, how are you today?
I'm okay, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so glad that you're here. Also, the rest of you, it's fine. Big news that a swan named Emily is joining us today on Almost Daily Discourse to talk about a bunch of stupid stuff. Today's topic that I have brought to the table is a serious one, boys. And Emily, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
God damn it. Such a douchebag.
Consoling you over your divorce because that kind of question deserves it.
You've done that already, bud.
No, I
Yeah, I
don't.
guess you
consoled
got
you over.
practice.
Yikes!
So that means, you know, of the
So my
people
second
here,
one. So my second one.
Woo. Oh,
yeah, I mean,
Coming
I
out
would
hot.
I would rather not have an amateur, Charles. So I appreciate that. If it has to happen, I'd rather have a pro. So
I mean, a pro consoler? Because, you know, I'm the PS5 of consolers, bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no one can find him. Queen Hat.
Oh, that's it for the show tonight, guys. That was that.
Queen Hat in chat is unfollowing and leaving, and I don't blame her. After that jab doesn't even. That was an uppercut with some glass around the knuckles, like blood sport.
But no, like so something that I started thinking about a lot when we had Travis on the show a few weeks ago. Swan, I don't know if you were around, but we had a guest, the Blazing Defender, who we were talking a lot about kind of what are you like the topic that I brought that week was what are you chasing in 2021? And it made me think of like, what else am I chasing? And like how far out? And like, do I need a plan for this shit, right? Or is it something that like, you know, maybe I'm content right now, but there's something that I want to do kind of further off, and that's my goal. And I'm gonna have some intention here and like kind of put it out so that like my friends here can hold me accountable. And so for me, I want to be living in Europe in 5 years. It's far away 5 years from now, but there are things that we're doing that we've got in motion right now. I happen to be marrying a woman whose great grandparents were born in Italy, and so she can get Italian citizenship. And once we've been married for 3 years, I can apply for Italian citizenship.
It all comes together now.
All I have to do is learn to speak Italian and live in Italy for 6 months. Both of which, like compared to the wild fortune that I have of getting to marry Steph, feels super fucking easy. And so like those two things being the biggest hurdle that I have to like accomplishing a lifelong goal feels amazing to me, right? And like with the way that this past year has kind of taught us that like we can stay close to the people that we're super far from, even if we can't physically see them. Like plus the capability to actually travel again, like combined to make me feel really confident in making that dream a reality. So that's my 5-year plan. What about y'all?
Why'd you go first?
Like everybody was standing there like, oh, I don't know.
No, you're right. And somebody,
dog,
when it's your topic, you got to go. But I'm like, oh, so now we gotta follow that up. Someone just got him a new soundboard.
I was gonna say, did Hero fart or something? That was the weirdest sound I've heard on a podcast.
No, that was Phil's womp womp. Charles, you had some questions for Mike about Italy.
Well, really, with this, he's marrying an Italian woman, moving to Italy. Does that make you the mail order husband, groom? Is that how that works? She came here just to get you and now take you back to paradise, or?
Yes.
Cool. Just checking.
Good answer, Mike.
That's been his 10-year plan. Like he's now going into phase 2 of his 10-year plan.
Technically 12-year plan, but yes.
That's a good plan.
How far back? I have family that was born in Italy. How far back do you have to go to get citizenship?
Tony, come on, move to Milan with us, bud.
Oh,
yeah,
Milan's such a great city.
Great grandparents.
That's yours, or that's how far you have to go back?
That's how far you have to go back.
Okay, I think I can do that. Yeah, I'm in there. I don't know, man. I'm a Venice guy myself.
Oh, you fucking rich, huh?
No.
No.
But once I get that money for the cup holders Charles owes me, I'm in there.
Yeah, if you had been able to invest that all those years ago, you could have been fucking living in Venice now.
Oh, this was like 3 years ago, so he's gonna pay it back with interest. So I'm in there. I'm in there.
I'm not interested.
You know, Mike, this is a kind of a weird, scary time for me for you to ask the question. I saw it come up in our pre-show chat, and I was like, "Oh, hell, I don't know." I've talked about it on the show.
You're about to get asked this question a fucking 100 times, like over the next year. Get ready, bud.
It'll be my practice. I've talked about it on the show.
Like, you could say whatever, and you have nothing to lose for us.
Make it impressive. Say my job.
So in 5 years, good question. I just want to first point out that was a really good question. But yeah, I've talked about it on the show. I left my previous job. They offered separation packages. I took advantage of that. So I'm now looking for work. And so I'm like, I don't know what my next year plan is. Like, I'm really just up in the air. So I guess I'll keep it vague. Like, I definitely by then hope to be employed in 5 years. I see myself living somewhere different, as in relocating, probably out of the state, not to Italy just yet. Mike's a little ahead of me on that one. So probably just somewhere out of the state, and living a life that looks different than now. Hopefully I don't have to talk to most of y'all. So that would be great. It'd be nice to get my Wednesdays back. I'll let you chat amongst yourselves who is not included. There's,
Swan's here. You can have your Wednesday back right now.
You guys can figure it out. And in chat, Kruggle said if me and Phil can get Italian citizenship, then we can do Almost Daily Discourse on Italy time. All right, I might stick around for that. If we're doing it from Italy, I might stick around for that.
The ultimate long burn bit is when Tony moves in 4.5 years to Italy just before Mike does.
With just six months of trolling them. Hey, buongiorno. Hey, what's going?
Hey, it's me, Tony P.
Hey, good morning. Buongiorno.
Just taking pictures at cafes in Rome, sipping on espressos. Wish you were here, bud.
It's 4 in the morning. No, I'm just...
Yo, let me tell you, I've been here, and Dominic is real, dude.
Yeah.
Hee-haw.
No, Hamlin in chat says, I can't leave Georgia. Georgia just recently flipped blue. Maybe not, thanks to me.
Well, no, I mean, you can, if you move to Italy, you could still vote in the American elections. That's how elections in America work.
Yeah,
we get votes wherever we want. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'll have some Georgia friends just put in an extra one.
Yeah,
like slide one in there for me. Do a ×2.
Come on,
buy
you know
one,
who I'd
a
vote for,
get one. Vote one, get one. So I can't look 5 years. I can't. I never have. Right. It's too far out for me. And to be honest with you, I have yearly goals, but I normally don't even look out past 6 months. Like for a lot of the things that I have plans and have set up, it's at 6 months increments, because then at that point, if I get 6 months in, if I need to pivot and make a change, I have an option at that point, right? And I don't really get it in my head that's like, this is my end goal, right? I have end goals. Everything that I do, I have an end goal at. But if the progression is steady but not as rapid, I'm not likely to get like frustrated over it, because I'm still seeing growth of what I want to do.
Sure.
So, yeah,
So you're not ready to put into words that the end goal is like a Yager fucking flow behind you yet, right? Like, we're not quite there to admit that out loud. Currently, the goal is just keep growing that hair a little bit more, right?
Oh, no, this fucker cuts it every 6 months and ruins the beauty that he has.
I mean, we're coming up on a year.
I don't mean to keep belaboring the point, but have you guys seen Renegade with Lorenzo Lamas? Because that should be your end game.
Well, that's
I
my
can't do it.
cosplay. That's my cosplay.
Look, guys, for me, that's behind me. Those days are behind me. But you guys, you can still do it.
You get the reverse ones though, where the beard just gets really like belly length. You know?
Ooh, yeah, do the ZZ Top.
Renegade.
Swan.
5 years. Where do you see yourself?
5 years. So I have to kind of admit to looking at things like Phil does. It's very hard to plan out 5 years, and that's kind of been the case for a while. So I started doing Comic-Cons in 2011, and I would work off of that yearly plan and that yearly cycle. So like, okay, so in May, I know I'm going to be in Pittsburgh because that's where that con is. In March, I'm going to be here for this show. Baltimore happens then. If I want to make it to North Carolina, that's when this show is, and all of that. So I lived around that schedule, and I've been kind of living the gig life for a couple of years now. So in 2019, I think, I quit my full-time job, and I have been working part-time and teaching and doing Comic-Cons and a lot more, which worked really well until COVID. So it's been incredibly hard to plan. And even, you guys have heard me talk about it. I moved my teaching onto streaming because I needed a way to connect with my students. But even that, any lesson plans I was putting together had to be contingency for in-person, contingency for virtual. Maybe it'll open, maybe it won't. And it's been incredibly uncertain to the point of, aside from knowing what days I was supposed to be on site at the winery, I didn't have a lot of other schedules. So these past 10 months, especially, and again, there were no Comic-Cons. So even what was normally giving me some grounding had disappeared. So it's really, really hard. And not to be a downer, but a lot of the upcoming things are very financially based. I had a year of not my normal gigs and not my normal income. And I have to, I'm old now. I have to actually have something, unless I just live fast, die young, leave a good looking corpse. I have to kind of have a plan at some point to support myself. But yeah, so I know that's kind of a downer, but I want to be doing art. I want to keep doing the art that I'm doing. I want to keep doing Comic-Cons. I want to keep streaming. I want to keep producing art that way. No, different winery.
Yeah, Kilted asks in chat, is a swan named Emily on site at the winery with Phil? Turns out you both work at different wineries?
Yes, one is in the Finger Lakes and the other one is in Gettysburg.
One has world-renowned Riesling and one makes cider.
Jesus Christ. You're right. I mean, you're right. That's not a dig. I mean, you're technically right on both.
Right.
But real quick, to step on your toes, Emily, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, right? We're just getting into podcasting. I'm just starting this weird journey of something that I enjoy as a hobbyist, right? I listen to podcasts every day. But to tell me then, okay, you would have this many shows, you would have a great community, you would do all this and that, it would be harder for me to believe, right? If you told me that I'd be doing shows with people that I listen to, I would have told you that you were fucking crazy. But looking back and seeing a steady increase in everything, that's what I like to look at, right? As long as there's an incremental increase in either my community, my Discord, my Patreon, my streams, right? I'm happy. If you would have told me, even at the beginning of 2020, right, when I was kind of, I had my feet wet, but I wasn't really getting serious about streaming, that I would have 1 out of the 3 achievements unlocked for partnership on Twitch, I would have told you were fucking outside your mind, right?
Yeah.
But here I am, right? I have 1 completed already. I just need to get the other 2, which are the big humps to get over, right? But I'm making better progress on that now than I was, 6 months ago.
And honestly, Phil, from experience, big humps are what you're good at, bud.
Thank you. I've got 2 of them in the well, 3 if you include the one with the
Heyo. Heyo.
You really
know-
should get that one biopsied, though, bud. At least in the next 5 years.
So this is it now. This is what we've become, is the sound effect show, the morning zoo.
More like
Mike-
the morning poo. God
Oh my
damn
god!
it.
Honestly, I would love to do a drive time show with you guys.
Oh, so
Oh,
much
You guys,
buckles.
even Charles quit, which can't say I blame him. Phil, you made
so
an
it worked.
Now we can get down to business.
you made a good point that I wanted to touch on, and then you made like a recorded fart noise or something. If you start doing whatever, if you want to make a podcast, you want to write a book, you want to, do YouTube, whatever it is, you just get started. And unfortunately, 5 years is going to be here before you know it. That's the one weird thing with time I've noticed. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going.
Science says it's speeding up.
Really? Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that in the middle of the post show. But whatever it is, start doing it. Do a little bit of it when you can, and then next thing you know, you're 1/3 of the way through Twitch affiliation, or you have so many pages of your book done, or so many episodes of your show. Fortunately, most of my friends, like you guys and others, are all creators, and I see it all the time. Like, once you get started, every time you're on Swan, I give you a hard time about when at Dragon Con you hadn't even started streaming, and it's like, now you have a couple shows and a stream and a Patreon, and just getting it started and doing the thing. Next thing you know, it comes up. The time passes. Charles, did we hear about you? Did we talk Charles yet?
No.
It's a shame. We're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. It's okay.
Charles, we're not out of time, bud. What is your 5-year
Damn,
plan?
I hate that fucking
What is
question.
What are you doing next week?
I'm
We'll go one
going to
step-
run an ambulance company next week.
We'll go one
Same
step
thing
at a
for
time. One step at a time.
Well, no,
No,
because
it's not the same thing you do every week. Go ahead, Phil.
Charles, I think you're a lot like I am, where you can't look out that far. It's almost fucking impossible. Now, look, take your own fucking life. What happened in the last 6 months of 2020, right? I mean, you would never have. It's what you wanted, but you never thought that you would be there.
Yeah. So yes and no. So I've learned to take on a more holistic view of life and be in the moment, every moment you're in. Because it's always the big vision. You have to have a big vision where you're going or what you want to do. I don't have a time frame on it, but I've always known since I was like 12 years old, I'm going to be on some huge stage in front of people. At that age, I thought the only thing you could do is be a rock star. But I've grown and shows. Yeah. Star Search. Yeah. Funny you
3
mentioned that.
3/4 stars.
Star Search had the singer stuff, but remember they had the MC part that you can. I don't know. At some point in my life, I changed from I want to be the singer to I could be the host of that. I could be the MC and win that contest.
I remember they had stand-up comedians. That's what I always
They did
watched.
that. Yeah. I don't know if it's every show, but they definitely had ones where a guy and a girl usually competed to see who hosted it better through the segments. And but no, I know I'll be living my life, right? And I'm not trying to be trite about it. I'm talking about the life that I want, where my plans, where Swan's talking about making lesson plans and this and that and moving from month to month. My month to month will be, what con am I going to be? What part of the world am I going to be in next month? What weekend? Hey, Tony, where are we going to be with the con mods or ADD?
And I'm like,
where are we going
why
to be
are
doing
you
our
calling
show?
me? Why?
Yeah.
Don't call me.
How do you say don't call me in Italian?
That's where we're
Oh,
going to be
you say
5 years
Tony.
from now.
Sorry. it's just
Quit
the same
calling
Tony.
me.
A
Yeah.
telecon.
But so everything is bigger, better, more for me and everything that I do. So when you say this year, a lot of things changed that I didn't visualize and go, I'm going to be the head of not just one ambulance company, now 2 ambulance companies, and do what I do best. I just go, next year's going to be bigger, better, more. My next step is going to take me closer to the dream that I want of being in front of people, talking, entertaining, and doing what I do. And everything I've done is taking a step there. I mean, Tony and I tell the story. I mean, I met him doing a panel about monetization, I think, of podcasting.
True story, dude. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah. Were you?
Because I have some news that's coming up, probably next episode. But I was thinking, I was like, remember Remember when you guys know Mike and Phil are giving the confused dog look?
So
like the tilted head,
next
like,
week, next episode, or like legitimately?
Oh, probably
the
next week.
episode?
Probably next week.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it had me thinking about when I first met you and learned about other people that do podcasts and stuff. So yeah,
and so those little steps.
So long ago,
he asked a question or something. At some point, I got into like a local Atlanta podcast group on Facebook and put out. I think when we were first starting Breaking the Panel, I think it was, and looking for people to kind of guest on there. And he said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And I remember looking at his site, the original version of the Geek Verses that he had, but then your steps go, and we just talked, and at some point we became creative partners, and now we do a show together, and it's you never know, and that's what I like about it. Is if you keep yourself open to the goals that you have. If you get there in 5 years, I mean, my 18-year-old self thought that by 25 I'd be living in California, chasing the rock dream. Never happened. Never left the state of Georgia as far as living wise goes. I mean, I've visited other places, but I've never moved out of the state of Georgia. So, I mean, I when it comes to 5 years, either right here or somewhere else. That's my only answer. I don't know, Mike.
Sure. How long had you been planning on going to Vegas with your wife?
Thanksgiving.
But like, it was a thing for y'all, right? Like it would be cool to do it one day.
Yes, I think she always wanted to go.
Well, I've always wanted her to go to Vegas. I've been to Vegas a few times on conventions and stuff, and I mentioned it. But so that's the thing. I put it out there like, no, I want you to go with me to Vegas at some point. I want her to go to the conventions and stuff. So during the day you do,
or she just tired of you continuously going to Vegas without her. Is that what it was?
You know what? I don't give a shit, Tony. That's her choice to have to be here with the family and all that shit.
She was always invited. She was always
invited, man.
Okay.
And what's funny is certain people put too much weight on certain dates. Obviously, we celebrate our anniversary, but more than 1 year, I was at a podcast convention working my craft on our anniversary, and 2 of those years were actually in Vegas. So, but it's she didn't remember. So yeah, last time I was in Vegas, it was also an anniversary. She's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Well, I love that you didn't get your heart broken because I wasn't right here on the day." And that's how we roll anyway. But I mean, yeah, universally, probably been planning it for years. Realistically, 2 weeks, and we pulled the trigger and done. Actually, 2 days, we pulled the trigger and done. So, I think maybe you're talking about intent, Mike. You put the intent out there, and maybe you'll live in Italy in 5 years. Maybe you'll live there in 2 years. Well, maybe you'll just eat at Sbarro's in 5 years.
God, I hope so. I'd love to eat in a restaurant again at some point.
I didn't know if anyone would get that reference because it's such a stupid mall thing.
I'm going to Hattiesburg, Pennsylvania to get Tommy's.
In the next 5 years?
With the sweet sauce.
In 5 years.
KJP4, speak into the universe, so it will be. Exactly.
Yeah.
I will be at Hattiesburg, Pennsylvania, eating Tommy's. Timmy's, Tommy's, right? Gettysburg. Oh, man, wrong city.
Okay, is every city in Philadelphia a burg?
Yeah, it is. Gettysburg, Shippensburg, Chambersburg, Harrisburg, Mechanicsburg. I can go on, but yeah. Pittsburgh.
You just named all of the towns in Pennsylvania where Ask the Pokedex where it has listens, Phil.
Yeah, it's weird. I just go around each town and download the episodes for you.
You spin the Pokestop and get the episode.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
But Mike, said, I'm sorry. Like as you were talking about it with long-term goals and kind of off of something Tony said is so not necessarily for me, but my dad really wants to go to Ireland. Like he has always wanted to go. He has not had the chance to travel a lot. I don't think he really wanted to travel a ton, but like that's one. He's got buddies for his model airplanes who live in Wales. Like he's got people he knows there who are like, dude, we'll help you. We'll put you up. You just have to get here. So, my mom, not a great traveler, really kind of wants to take a boat instead of a plane, which I'm like, no. But I want him to be able to do that. And to be on a serious note, he's not a young man anymore. And I want him to be able to go and do that while he's still able to actually get around and enjoy it before he destroys any more of his body parts with the log splitter. So, yeah.
That's that fucking intention, man. Like, and that's kind of what this was like centered around, right? It's not like, oh, in 5 years, this is my plan to get there. Like, Steph and I don't do that. I think like the way that I planned to move to Austin, for example, was I came for South by in 2010. And I said, oh, I'm going to live here within 5 years. I didn't know how. I just knew that I wasn't going to live in Massachusetts in 5 years. And Austin was the best. And so like 2012 came around and I was still in Massachusetts. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I'm just going to get whatever job I can get and move there. And so like July of 2012, I made that decision. And then December of 2012, I had a job offer. And so like it wasn't a 5-year plan, but a 5-month plan, right? Like, but I knew previously that I was going to get out and I just didn't know where to necessarily yet, right? It's just kind of as the year is kicking off for us, I want people to feel like they don't have to be afraid to dream and hope of things. I think a lot of the past year was a lot of like, don't hope for shit, don't dream of shit, like figure out how you're gonna get through this year. And I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of figuring that shit out, and I want to have hope, and I want to think positive, and I want to think forward. And that's what this was really centered around for me this week.
I hear you, man. And I think that'd be a great topic in the future of how you can have intent and how that changes, right, with your choices in life.
Yeah.
What you were saying about Austin, I was thinking I visited St. Louis at some point. Basically just drove through it and went, this would be a really cool place to live for a while. And then I met my wife, and she had no interest in that. And my intent changed because my intent followed her and where I wanted to be with her. And I mean, I think it's a very interesting thought process there. Kilted says, if you told me 5 years ago I'd be listening to this shit, I wouldn't have believed it.
Imagine if that were someone's 5-year plan, though. You know what? 5 years from now, I'm going to listen to a bunch of strangers, four knuckleheads and a swan named Emily on Twitch and Twitter, talking about bullshit. Like, that'd be a pretty good fucking dream, and you're welcome. We love you for it. And another thing that I love is Barrett's Coffee. They're a local roaster here in Austin. They've been roasting.
Love sounds so cheap. Like,
they're a local roaster here in town. They've been roasting for 15 years. They're right down the street.
It's
How much
literally
did they pay you?
They found out that you had a podcast, threw you a hat, and gave you a script to read.
I wish, man. I bought this hat for $30.
That's not how sponsorship works, Mike. I'm sorry, man.
One day I'm gonna get sponsored. That's my new 5-year plan. Is somebody's gonna pay me to do a show the love segment on Almost Daily, and
I'm for sale.
I'm gonna put that shit right up on the wall. First dollar made in podcasting.
We're gonna get it, and then I'll let you get back to your show the love. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna get sponsored by like Waste Management, the dumpster company.
Yes, I would do that.
Honestly, same.
That ABC fire extinguishers.
And hold on, real quick. I'm gonna let you get back to your segment, but like, Steph, you're giving that coffee? Like, I wouldn't. You caffeinate this? Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
All right, continue. By the way, your presents still are unwrapped. I can't believe you waited this long. I mean, they could be anything underneath those presents, but continue.
You can find us at Almost Daily Almost Daily Pod on everything. Fucking fuck you, all of you. You screwed up my flow, and now it sounds like shit.
Hey, you know what will help? You know what will help? Get you a nice cup of coffee. That'll center you, bud.
Oh yeah,
a piece of pie.
Have another cup of coffee from barrettscoffee.com.
And get some Krispy Kreme donuts to go with it.
You piece of shit.
We love you. Give us 5-star reviews to make up for everything else that we do at Almost Daily Pod. Tell us your plans for 5 years from now. Tell us your plans for 5 minutes from now. I don't give a shit. I just want to hear from you. I miss you. That's the end. Cut it after that. I miss you.
Yes!
It's the one and only Eagle Double G.
Snoop Dogg.
I don't know if we. Yeah, we're definitely.
Up to now tonight, we are getting in
Da-da-da-da-da.
trouble.
It's the
right, I'm gonna
Steeler
take a break.
OG. Copyright
Yeah,
strike. La, la, la.
When I left real quick in that stream, it sounded like there was a gun being fired right outside my window. So
Yikes.
I'm gonna go look at that real quick.
Well, it's a
Antifa.
long break. Go ahead.
Yeah, long break. Go protect your.
Oh, I sent Mike and
house.
Tony. I sent you both a meme.
Only us?
Yeah, it's about
Yes.
Charles and Emily.
Yeah.
Just look at these chuckleheads. I'm gonna step off. I will be right back.
All right. Well, I will hang out if anybody else is hanging out.
I'll hang with
Swan?
you. Yeah,
The
that'll
chat's
okay.
leaving too. Everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone. That's fine.
All right, I'll just
I want him to have. I want him to have something to come back to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you been?
So if Steph hadn't been interested in moving, do you think you still would have gone?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Where? When?
Any. I mean, I know you said like you were excited to get out of Massachusetts or do something different.
So Steph and I broke up immediately after I graduated from college, and then I.
Oh, here
spent
come
a
the
year in
tea.
Spain.
Here comes the tea. Do tell. I'm back. I'm listening.
And then I spent a year in Spain teaching English. After that, I came back to Massachusetts. Was
Okay,
dating
you
someone
also
else.
just watch Charles do like flat out Bigfoot walk like through the back of the screen. I'm
Also,
sorry,
did
I'm
you
very distracted.
Did you see when he started to take his pants off on camera?
I'm sorry, Swan. Does it surprise you that I can walk? Am I that fucking fat? That walking shocks you. Thank you.
Just the way you did it. This move.
It's the arm movement.
It's what?
Very
Like,
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I came back and was dating somebody else. Steph and I were just friends. I moved to Texas. Steph and I were still just friends. Like, she didn't move down here until we started dating again. She was living in Denver. I was living down here. And she was like, I guess I'll move to Texas. And now she's here.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
I think it was the Ford Fiesta that got her though.
I was driving a Subaru Outback at the time. Swan, I also had my timing belt snap while doing 80 on the highway. And I was also stranded in the middle of nowhere in Colorado in the wintertime for 3 hours. So I feel you, girl. It was me and Hero in the car.
oh baby.
Waiting. Steph came to pick us up. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some fun disasters with cars and just they're stressful. I don't enjoy them. Thankfully, we'll say like any accidents, like I've had people back into me. I've been in a hit and run. Like I've had some bad stuff. Thankfully, all of them have only happened in my car. I have been lucky enough to not have anybody hit me while I'm on my bike, which is good because they'll win.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they will.
Yeah. All right.
Not in court, but
Have you laid it down, Swan?
Not my road bike. So the big thing, and I'm forever grateful for this. So my dad rode trials for a long, long time. And when I expressed interest that I really wanted to get a street bike, he's like, okay, that's fine. I was like 13, 14. He's like, but you got to ride in the dirt with me first. So he got me a dirt bike and I started riding dirt bike and competing in trials for a couple of years before I ever got my road bike. So I had one really bad like fall that happened at competition. So I went over my handlebars and down into like the ravine and the rocks, and the bike chased me down. And like, that was probably the worst like fall I ever had, but no, not on the street bike.
I'm sorry. You used to compete
Yeah, I wasn't good.
like Excite Bike or something?
Yeah.
Yes,
She
Excite bike.
was the pink Excite bike.
Right.
What kind of
all of the Excite?
Right.
what kind of competition? Like those jumps and stuff? Like
So there's three big ones. There's motocross, there's trials, and then there's enduro. So motocross is the closed loop track where you're going over like bumps and jumps.
Excite bike. All right. Yeah.
So trials is through the woods. So you have a specific course that's laid out and has different difficulties. So you have to navigate that. If you put your foot down, that's counted as a point, and you can only get 5 points per thing. And so at the end, it's kind of like golf. You're going for the lowest thing. Enduro is kind of the combination of the two. So you are going through the woods, but you're doing it at a fast pace. So it's not as much about the points for putting your foot down. So I did just the navigating the course one. My dad is phenomenal. Like he has a lot of wins and trophies in that. I was crap, but I really liked it.
You still did it. Like, exactly what KJP4 said. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
So my old boss at the company I used to work at, 50-year-old woman, attorney, like a great boss, right? But a Harley person. She was like, yeah, just like going out on the Harley. And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? Sometimes I make videos on YouTube. What? Yeah. And she was like, yeah, just go out on the bike. And I was like, how do you get into that? Like, it just doesn't seem that common. It especially doesn't seem common for women. I'll just be honest. Yep. But I don't know a lot of dudes that are just out there, biking and stuff. But for her, she was like, well, I used to parachute from planes. And so I was like, what is going on? That's crazy. And so to find out you used to like compete in the dirt races, that's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And like I like, that my favorites are, like showing up to like ballet rehearsal, like on my motorcycle. Like that's a very disjointed, like, okay, you have odd interest overlaps. So, but yeah, no,
you know who else has odd interest overlaps? Renegade.
Woo! Does he also have them woo whistle tips?
No, unfortunately not.
It's early in the morning. You should be up making breakfast.
During that Renegade opening, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a black dude, but I was thinking of Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this was Renegade.
When a man
so like Mike,
Texas.
Realistically, like I want to quit my job and do this, right? And so like
be a renegade?
Be a renegade on the internet.
No motorcycles for Phil.
No. I learned that very young when I was riding dirt bikes and four-wheelers that I can't be trusted. But like I'm making steps towards that, but also I'm from Philadelphia, so like being superstitious is what we do. So like I can't talk about it, right?
No, of course not. But I don't know what you're talking about.
But even in the last 6 months, like my own patreon.com/imaginary-nomad has picked up, some steam and has been a great little community over there at patreon.com/imaginary-nomad. And I want to do more with it. It's just,
that's Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram with a 1, right?
Yeah,
so,
with Imaginary Nomad, yeah. But it's taking time, but it's also that small increase, that I've been seeing, and it's wonderful.
Steady growth, baby.
For you, Emily, the last time I was on a bike, I was at a friend's house on a four-wheeler, and his brother was a semi-professional dirt bike racer, right? He had a course built in the backyard on their farm. It was great, big jumps and all this other shit. And we were all out there fucking around, and I can ride a dirt bike, but I'm better on a four-wheeler. So, I'm doing these jumps all day and
By the way,
whatnot.
Kudos for you calling it four-wheeler. Good on you.
Yeah, it's not a quad.
Yeah, you're gonna call it fucking ATV? Like, get out of here, Charles.
And I'm landing these big fucking jumps all day, and I was like, yo, get the camera out. Let's set this up. I've got these down, right? So like, I'm whipping around, I'm getting speed, and I hit this jump, and I'm going so fast that I overjumped the landing, right?
Oh, no.
So I fucking ramp right off of it. And I also leaned forward just a bit too much, right? So I come down right on my solar plexus on the handlebars.
Did you
right?
die?
Cool. I felt my body be like, "Oh, this ain't for you, bud." But also,
Oh no.
Here's
they're
your
filming.
lunch.
They're filming, and all your friends are there. So like,
Oh.
you ain't no bitch. Get back up. You ain't no bitch. So I get back up. I do the little stretch. I jump back on the 4-wheeler, and I hit the acceleration, the throttle, and then I realize, oh, these handlebars are bent, and this throttle is now stuck.
Oh no.
So, what's the right thing to do when your throttle is stuck and you're on a 4-wheeler?
Wheelie.
Dive.
You bail out. You
Yep.
bail the fuck out. So I
Yeah.
bail off this 4-wheeler. What am I? I'm 13 or 14. I don't
You
understand.
look great for your age, Phil.
Thank you. But the throttle is stuck, and the 4-wheeler is still going.
Right.
And where does it end up going? The one place in this 100-acre fucking farm it shouldn't be going, right towards the above-ground pool. And let me tell you,
Oh
it
shit.
slices that above-ground pool like a hot knife through butter and rams right into the garage wall, right?
Oh my god.
The pool explodes.
Right.
Fucking explodes. There's water everywhere. And as this fucking pool is exploding, his very, very grumpy father is coming up the driveway after a hard day of work.
If you wrote this in a sitcom, it wouldn't get through because it would be too implausible. Like, this is
I'm with
insane.
Green Hat. I need this video in my
I
life.
was made to leave. I didn't have a cell phone. I didn't have a ride. I had to walk my ass
Hurt ass.
5 miles.
No
Till I finally
shit.
got to Route 30 where I could pick up a payphone and call collect. Had a baby eats a boy, you got to pick me up at the fucking pizza joint. Like, now.
Wow.
How to Baby It's a Boy, like, is the perfect commercial, by the way.
Deep cut. Yeah.
Like, it just
Woo!
it encapsulates so much of that time of like, how do we hack this thing to survive? Like, many calls that were emergency, not dead. Like,
Yep.
Wow.
I was allowed back at their house after about a year, but whoo, buddy, not happy with the old imaginary nomad at patreon.com/imaginary nomad.
All right. With
Wait, has
that,
this
we're gonna get
entire
rolling.
break been a Patreon commercial?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Is that what we're doing now?
that's what Phil's doing always.
That's Bartlett's.com for hot roasted coffee.
Hold on. Okay, we'll have another break coming up. I'll be ready. All right, let's do this.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Tony P., Charles, Mike, and here with today's topic is Phil.
What's going on, you rubbish ruckspins? It's your boy, Philip D. Keating, the imaginary nomad himself, and welcome back to Almost Daily Discourse, a podcast about pondering. Let me say, last week was heated. A lot of you people reached out and thanked me and said, you know what? I'm glad you talked about this. It really fucking cut deep with me, so I appreciate you reaching out. If you think I'm angry then, I'm angrier now. But we're going to tail it back just a bit. We're going to talk about something a little bit less serious than treason on these states that we live in. We're talking about your mental health. What is something, and Swan named Emily is here. Welcome, Swan. I want to talk about mental illness as a whole and kind of about what you have and how you manage it, how you deal with it, what obstacles have you come into, and kind of talking your way through some of these things that you've had to go through in life.
I'm sorry to. In chat,
throwback.
Queen Hat in chat just killed me, and like
Yeah.
I'm cracking up.
With what, Tony? You gotta say with what?
Her comment said, well, I was getting there until I was interrupted. Okay. Her comment in chat says, my car is a mess, just like my mental health. I myself always a fan of a good callback. The callbacks they're always solid, and I'm a fan of them, and I think that was a brilliant one. So
since
let's
you have
go.
the mic, take it off, Tony.
So I have the mic. My car, not a mess. My mental health, however, probably not as clean as my car. I am an OCD anxiety person. So the OCD part, obviously, man, my car is clean. Things are aligned. So I've noticed. I've been home a lot.
Glove box today to make sure it was clean, Tony.
Yeah. Hey, got to. I've been home a lot, watching a lot of TV, and directly to the right of me is an armrest, not the armrest of the chair I'm in, but the other couch next to it. On that armrest, at any point in time, you will find, and they're lined up, cell phone, remote, battery charger. They're always right there. They're always lined up. I noticed it the other day. I was like, oh, I really do. And then I had an argument. I was like, I just like to stay organized. That doesn't mean nothing. And then I was like, yo, why are you having an attitude with yourself right now? The remotes are lined up. Get over it. I think what also shares is I got a Christmas gift from Jess Stu in chat that I have right next to me. It's Tech Taffy. And it's like the taffy that you can use
to clean the keyboards and stuff.
Clean your keyboards. It can literally, and I kid you not, I got a lot of amazing things this year. One of my favorite things, Tech Taff, that was the greatest thing ever.
Nice.
But it's and she said, well, I know you like tech and you're a bit OCD. Yeah, you're right on with that. So thank you for the Tech Taffy. But that's just me, kind of.
I think that's one of the things that helps somebody, get through or start working on themselves is really realizing and admitting that, I don't feel well. I feel different. I don't feel normal, like a quote unquote normal people would feel. I have a little bit of OCD as well. I mean, there's been times where I'll leave my house and be like, did I lock my door? Surely I locked the door. I'll be 5 minutes away and be like, I don't know. I got to drive back, got to check the door. You're right. It's locked. So now, I've worked myself and be like, you're locking the door right now, Philip. Don't forget that. And stuff like that.
That's the trick is things. You're supposed to say things out loud. I'm turning off the oven. I'm turning off the iron, whatever it is that you're scared you left on. Before we continue, speaking of OCD, is your name supposed to say Shillip? Is that a bit? Or does that need to be corrected?
I think Charles changed it for some reason.
Well, we can fix that because that is not correct. And darn it, if there's anything we do on this show,
it's correct. That motherfucker was shilling like a motherfucker in the break.
We come correct.
So you talk about, though, you have anxiety, and to be honest with you, I don't see it, right? I mean, what is something that triggers your anxiety traditionally?
Well, yeah, man, because you have to hide that stuff from people.
Well, I understand that.
You can't let folks know what bothers you. I'm not putting a bumper sticker on my car.
Dude, like Limp Bizkit said, wearing that mask, you're a counterfeit. Like, I understand wearing masks more than anything. And that's Limp Bizcast coming out to your podcatcher soon.
About time.
Yep. Oh, my God.
But
please.
Is it
Limp
getting in front of...
With Phil Keating. Come on. You'll notice, not just a joke, but the deflection. You see the deflection joke there? But I couldn't. But to be fair, it wasn't deflection. It was I couldn't resist. Whenever anyone brings up Limp Bizkit, I get distracted and start talking about
you
Mission
get on
Impossible.
Such a good roll.
Yeah.
But
now I know why you're trying to hate me. It becomes a thing.
Well, it's because your mental illness is only worth a $2 bill, y'all.
Wow. All right. I mean, that was fun.
I don't get the play. All right, fuck Charles. I'm out. Fuck it.
I mean,
Charles, you all right, bud?
Oh,
So Phil, the anxiety, I'm trying to think.
Is it crowd anxiety? Is it like trying out a new skill? Is it getting in front of people? Because like you always seem at DragonCon to be kind of cool collective while you're standing in front of 600 some people or like talking on a panel.
I think it's more interpersonal, honestly. I think the more the merrier. Because you're right, talking in front of people doesn't faze me. Socializing doesn't faze me. I don't love it. We've talked about this. I need a break. It wears me down, So DragonCon, perfect example. This isn't really anxiety. This is just more introvert. But I can do DragonCon big. I'll do a huge show, and then it's not unheard of. Hey, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go back to the room. What? Yeah, I need to go back to the room, and I usually just take it. I don't always sleep, but I just decompress.
Well, you have to, because with DragonCon, man, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like
not
I've
Mike
made the
Ellison.
mistake. Well, he's
Mike
not a
Ellison's
human.
sprint all the time.
Oh, I'll get to mine. Don't you worry.
And you can do that now, Mike. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, so the thing about depression is it comes in waves, right? You can do a lot. Also, like you were talking about before, deflection is a great way to not deal with that sort of thing. I feel like it's not going to be a huge surprise to the people that listen to the show that your boy has a hard time with investing a lot and then finding the end coming and becoming overwhelmed and spiraling out of that and then crashing. And so that's kind of my DragonCon, right? Is the week leading up, and then into the show is almost like a mania, like you do it all. And then turns out when there's no joy left in you, there's a long way to fall after that. And so like the next month, my first topic on Almost Daily Discourse was, how do you find the motivation to keep going?
Now, I will add, a lot of people, if you go on the DragonCon Facebook groups, a lot of people, everybody experiences post-con depression, aka PCD. But I think what Mike's talking about is probably a little more than that. It sounds like it lasts a little longer, but everybody, I mean, it's a glorious time, and then there's Tuesday, and it's like, oh, what is this? What is this garbage? Where just 2 days ago, I had hundreds of friends and partied and ate junk food and stayed up till 4 a.m, 5 a.m, didn't sleep, went to parties, went all fun, nonstop fun stuff. And then again, Tuesday, where it's like, oh, I guess I'll watch Price is Right.
There were no consequences to my actions for this amount of time. And then all of a sudden, I'm in a real world situation again. For me, no consequences because I don't drink and I don't do drugs. So I don't have to worry about that side effect of this, right? I just
being fun. He doesn't have to worry about fun.
Well, then
I just have to worry about the neck pain from the DDTs and the Stone Cold Stunners and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Wait. Hey, so serious question, Mike. Have you been to DragonCon wrestling yet?
No, because I went to the botched party instead, and we wrestled there.
Oh,
All right.
Next year we're going to wrestling.
All right.
Well, that's a good. I mean, you bring up a good point, Mike. You are straight edge.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what do you do to kind of manage your depression and your anxiety? A lot of people will just go out and, what? Oh, fuck, that was a rough day at work. Let me have a glass of wine to kind of unwind.
Sure.
What do you end up doing then, since you don't use anything except that sweet, delicious Bartlett coffee that's double
Barrett's
roasted?
Coffee. Every time you say Bartlett's, I get in trouble. It's Barrett's.
No, I know. It's Bartlett's is their competitor. I picked my side.
No.
He wraps pictures.
Queen Hat
Okay,
in chat
hold on.
is,
Now it's like
killing everybody tonight.
Stephanie's like, hey Mike, you look like you had a rough day. Yeah, I'm fine. Just give me a few minutes. You sure everything okay? And then you just hear the tape like son of a the pictures again. Just
God,
what's he doing? Just let him have it.
I mean, Mike,
We'll go in. We'll go in
it's
tomorrow
more-
and unwrap them.
Yeah.
It's mostly harmless.
She starts calling us when he starts wrapping the couch. She's like, "You guys gotta intervene. This is getting bad."
No, real talk
And you
though.
can hear her sitting down and like the paper crack like
He only wrapped the
not
bottom of the
comfortable,
couch so
but-
she wouldn't see it. He's hiding his shame.
kind of had a rough day, so I let him wrap stuff.
But god damn it, if she like comments about how that wrap isn't as tight as it was, the last time he went down.
That's it, man. That's it. It's over. She only
That's
made that mistake
triggering right
once.
there.
No. The hospital visit after never mind.
After you unwrap the gift,
As someone who doesn't drink, and when you're not wrapping presents, what helps you?
So I'm like driven by physicality. And so for me, I know that I have to go be active. And it's like the hardest thing in the world when you're depressed, like to get out of bed and do the physical thing, whether that like to the point of, I mean, the folks who know, like a shower is fucking impossible. Like it just can't happen. But I have to do something physical, something to burn energy. Like I need to either go climbing or I need to go skateboarding or I need to like go to a show and mosh and like get my energy out. And for so much of 2020, that was like a real fucking problem.
But I know a lot of people that use exercise to kind of not only like lift their endorphins, but also like at least there's some end result that they can see, right?
Right.
Yeah, those are crazy people. Mike, I would recommend, again, not wanting to do, drugs or drink alcohol or anything. Have you tried donuts? Because those are pretty nice.
Maybe.
Those are nice.
Nutella-filled donuts.
It's very much like a drug where you have that temporary euphoria.
And
Don't
sugar
start him
high.
again. Don't start him down that Nutella path. We know what happened. What happened?
And then you're chasing it. You're chasing the donut dragon, trying to get there again.
Queen Hat says donuts go great with Bartlett's coffee.
Oh god, I'm so fucked, you guys.
You're gonna owe them money
again. This hat was $30. No,
yeah, for everyone else, it was 15.
Also, my work just got us all like the free use of the text app where you can text a therapist as part of our benefits package for 2021.
That's incredible.
That's nice.
Yeah, I got the email about that today. And so I am very excited to send my first text to my new therapist.
Is that like a Netflix subscription where you can share that with a friend? Just asking.
They're gonna be like, wait, your problem was this, and now it's also that, and oh boy.
Wait, are you married? Are you not married? I'm so confused right now. How many people are you married to?
Wait, you have
mind
kids?
your business, text therapist.
I thought you lived alone and drove a gray car. Leave me alone.
What about you, Swan?
Well, I think the thing that Mike was talking about with therapy is a really good thing, and I think so. Going to jump on that as well as medication when it comes to the conversation and the stigma around that, it has a very specific stigma attached to it. And so I have a fun smattering. I will also use humor to deflect and avoid. So I have anxiety, and as I'm finding out more now in my 30s, a fair bit of ADHD, which explains a lot that I couldn't put into words for years before. But again, because girls can adapt really well. I hid it really well until I was able to put language around it. But getting into the actual depression and exactly what Mike said, and I am aware of chemical imbalance issues in my family history. So I got both sides of the family. There's some mental illness there, so I'm aware of it. But
Must be nice.
Yeah. The devil, yes.
Be
But
nice.
I was lucky enough that it wasn't until the last couple of years that I actually personally experienced, we'll say, really, really deep, heavy depression. And, I went through a traumatic thing in my life, and what got me to the point was, so I got sick. I just got regular cold sick and went to the doctor and got meds and then got better. And then not too long after that, I got
Sounds
sick
like
again.
Antifa.
So
Oh, goddamn.
No
was.
Tifa.
No tea. So it was on that next doctor's appointment where my doctor was, kind of like, hey, real talk. Like, you're not fighting a bad virus. Like, what you've got is something very minor, but your body isn't fighting back. Like, your body is actually shutting down you because your brain is telling it to. And I need it to not do that. I was like, oh shit, that sounds really bad. She's like, all right, so I want to talk to you about this stuff, which of course, I pricked up at that because I was like, I don't want to be on meds. That sounds awful. I've got a lot of concerns about that. So it meant having a very serious conversation about what I was comfortable with and what she thought would work, and to put cards on the table. So SSRIs, so they are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So basically what it is it's telling my brain that it's okay to be happy, and it's okay, like, things might be bad, but they're actually okay. So something I was completely able to do on my own up until that point, I wasn't able to do at that point. So working through that, and that was I need this to get to the next step, because I can't regulate my body to do it on its own.
But you also bring up a very good point about realization, right? I think for our generation and the generations that have come before us and before them and before them, there was a huge stigma about not only one's personal mental health, but also going on medication.
I think there still is.
Yes and no, right? It's getting better, but like what I'm saying is, if you're sick, you take medicine, right? So like there was a huge stigma about going on certain medications. When I was younger, I was given the choice by my parents to go on ADD medicine because I fucking needed it. But they also gave me the choice to do that. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go on medicine. Like, I don't want people to be like, ah, that's the Ritalin kid. Look at him. Like, he can't function without it. But like, literally, I couldn't function without it. And somehow made my way through my adolescence, not really addressing some of the core issues that I had that were a problem. So
I'm laughing because you mentioned Ritalin kid. And the weird thing in school, at least for me, if there were kids, and we're talking like grade school, maybe elementary school, if there were kids on meds for one reason or another, I always felt like you knew. Like you always knew, oh, that's Ritalin kid, or that one's taking something, which really kind of isn't fair, because then you really are a pariah. And then you do, we're like, oh, there's Ritalin kid, because he has to leave, go to the nurse's office or something. And that just makes it that's just not fair. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I don't worry about that as an adult. You guys don't know what I'm taking,
No,
but
it does.
It does put it on kids like an excuse to
but
make fun of them.
That feeling of if you show weakness, you will be singled out and you will be picked on. And so what did that tell my brain is you have to adapt and you have to camouflage and you have to be able to fit and interact with anybody so that nobody can find a reason to pick on you and single you out and call you out for that. So, rather than actually address maybe some of the stuff that should have been addressed, I was like, nope, we're just going to cope and hide really, really well. And it should be fine. This definitely won't come back and bite me in the ass at any point.
So, Charles, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
You have such a huge personality, right? And when you go to these different cons that you run mods at,
Mm-hmm.
you are the loudest person in the room. You have to be,
Christ.
right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's your job to do that. Have you ever ran into parts of your life where you have like some sort of imposter syndrome when it comes to situations like this? Or do you somehow work through because you're like, no, I know this is the place I'm meant to be and I'm just doing my job? Because for me, real quick, I haven't dealt with imposter syndrome that much. There was one time at DragonCon where I was sitting on a panel with a McElroy, one of the people that started
My brother,
Welcome
my
to
brother,
Night
and me.
Vale. Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
one of the ladies
A
from
different
Welcome to
person.
Night
Sorry.
Vale. I
Oh,
had
yeah, the
Brushwood.
monetization panel. Yep.
I had Brushwood next to me, and I had Jury, and I'm sitting there like, what am I doing here? And I was completely out of my skin, and that was the first time, since I can remember high school, where I was like, I don't really deserve any of this that I'm dealing with right now. And so like that panel was really tough for me. The only way that I got through it was by telling an abortion joke in the last 20 minutes of the panel.
Our friend deflection.
Did it land? Well, 50-50.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I made it through. So like I was just wondering, do you ever have those moments where you're just like, oh fuck, what am I doing inside my own shoes right now?
Only in real life, in interpersonal relationships sometimes.
Okay.
Growing up, I mean, to say I was always big is kind of an understatement. I mean, I hit 16 when I hit 6 foot tall when I was 14. By 16, I was like 6'7", always heavy. My dad being the preacher, we always got paraded everywhere we went in front of the church, blah, blah, blah. And being that large, and I'm a naturally loud guy, and the more excited I get, the louder I get. Ultimately, what you see now, and it's been a long time this way, I just owned it. I walk into a room and go, I'm not going to disappear. I'm not going to be the person you don't notice, especially when, Southern Baptist churches, when everybody's, on average, Mike and Phil size. So, landing the munchkins, if you will.
Mike is 6'1".
What did I say? Landon the munchkins. He's just a tall munchkin, okay? But,
He's an above average munchkin.
Yeah. So with that, with the cons and the panels, honestly, I probably talked my way into everything I've done into Dragon Con, and any other con. I mean, Atlanta Comic Con specifically, taught my way into, no, let me sit at this table and interview this celebrity. I can do this. And it's because I just once you own something about yourself that others can see as a weakness. I mean, yeah, I've got mocked for being clumsy. I mean, I got knocked off a bleacher by an adult. I mean, they didn't hit me or anything. They're just being rude and just pushed past me on bleachers, and I fell down and broke my arm. And I got mocked because I was clumsy, when I was 13 years old. And those kind of things, you get that. But once you start owning that, going, I can't fix how big I am. I can't fix how loud. Well, I guess I could fix how loud I am. I just don't care. I'm just not gonna. It lets you go in and see the world differently. And once I started seeing, I sat on my first panel, knowing I could be on a panel. I sat on my first panel ever. I don't remember what it was. And I think there's 5 people in the room. And they were just eating it up, asking questions of me and the 2 other panelists. I'm going, okay, I'm not different than you. So no, with that, there's not an imposter syndrome.
But I do hear what you're saying, because like when you're talking about being mocked about stuff that you can't control, I still to this day I'm dealing with that because I have a learning disability. I am dyslexic, right? I transpose numbers and letters sometimes inside words, and I fucking mush mouth my way through a lot of things, and still, I'll get an elbow of look at this idiot from even my own botch crew. But it's just like, yeah, all right, yeah, sure. Mock me because I can't say words correcally. I haven't been dealing with
those are your close friends, though.
They're colleagues, Tony.
That's a fair point. I'll be honest. I didn't know this until just now, so I'm glad you said something, because I totally would have clowned you had I seen you cross that stuff up. I got a buddy of Brian, he's joined us for chat every now and then. He's into board games, and I didn't know until relatively recent that he was colorblind. And so he would mess stuff up on the games. And I'm like, what are you doing? This guy's Jamoke over here can't tell the difference between the red square and the green square.
Fucking Candyland is a bitch with him.
And then one day he was like, well, I'm colorblind. I was like, no, for real? All right, well. And then I still make fun. But,
sure.
Now I know what I'm doing.
Like, I'm not a great reader. And, like, I've been playing a lot of these games on stream that have a lot of dialogue that I have to read, right? So, but I'm making these steps. Like, yeah, I know I'm not strong at reading because of my fucking, concussion brain, but I'm also working on it, right? I'm trying to push through it.
There's something that Kurt said in chat about you're not always meant to feel comfortable in every situation. And how we handle it is how we grow. And I like that part of it. And I think that is a good part of it. But I think also kind of knowing what is on the other side of that. Because, yes, I should be pushed to do things I was uncomfortable with. It was good that I got pushed to be, on stream when I was worried about being uncomfortable on camera. But, as you start to circulate, and it usually comes in meme forms, that's how we communicate. But, the meme that talks about, I sat in an entire meeting holding an apple core because I was too afraid to get up and throw it in the trash can. Like, the amount that resonated with me was insane. And it's like, no, that anxiety is shared. And so it's marrying okay, so this is what my evil lizard brain is doing to me while I'm going through all of this, so what can I actually do? Who can I confide in, or who can I get to talk to about this so that I can then build towards working on things that make me uncomfortable? And is it medication? Is it a new routine? Is it, challenging myself to read things on screen, like you said, Phil, but you like that marriage of the two of, can I get past my lizard brain in order to actually accomplish these things?
I want to throw out two things on this. Cause I got a softball of a question there. It allows me to dodge some of the other stuff. But first thing I want to say, Tony said, I wonder how a lot of us around here have made it. And Queen Hat said, because we found our fellow weirdo nerds to help us through. And something I want to say about what I do is, I owned it for myself. I really never had anybody to believe in me. And that's fine with, fuck it. If I'm alone, I'm going to do it my way. And just like I said, embraced who I was and this and that. And then it just started doing better. And I started getting more and more attention, good attention, not the negative attention. And you all know, I owned the other thing that is I think too fast and I speak too fast and I say stupid shit and I mess it up. And I just owned that instead of always going back, well, I meant to say that. Nope, I said the wrong thing. I'll keep on rolling and made it part of my brand, right? But that really was just going, no, I understand that I go too fast. I could slow down. I'm not going to slow down. But what I do is I see, once you accept something in yourself, the fellow weirdo nerds to help you through, right? You can help other people. And Jeff, I can't remember Jeff's last name, but he was on
Bezos.
Yeah. I told him, start this thing. Oh, yeah. But he was
just
on
because you
MCU
look like a fly doesn't mean you're a fly on the inside.
Jeff. But I grabbed this guy. He worked with us on the early years of Giant Size Team Up. And
VO by Curtin chat says Bridges.
Bridges. You know what? Firing all of you.
I'm letting you speak.
I know
you got a point.
I do. I see the good in people and I see what they can do and I believe in them. And when I was talking about Jeff, I needed another person for this panel. I forget what the panel was. And I just know a bigger picture of things. I said, here, sit up on the panel. And he's like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm like, no, just trust me. Sit on the panel. And sure enough, 15, 20 minutes into this panel, somebody asked a question about, well, if you do niche content, how do you get through the down seasons or whatever? Nobody on the panel could talk about that except for him. Now, did we know the question was coming? No. But I knew that he had it in him. And what honestly irritates me the most, I guess breaks my heart now, it used to make me mad, but it just makes me sad, is when I see something in you and I say, hey, you can do this and you can be great at this. I don't need to know all your issues and all the negative words that you have. And I know I won't call her out, even though it was in chat, but somebody in chat said, their entire family has stigma against them and this and that and the other. We choose to hold on to the messages that we choose to hold on to. And my entire family does not, to this day, understand what the fuck I do for a living until I took over an ambulance company. And that's the first time in my 43 years on this earth they understood something I did, and I don't need them to. And I understand that I can listen to my own message. But when I tell somebody, man, you can be great. Phil, I think you could be what you want to be. The king of media. I don't know. You don't want to be king of media, but you know what I'm saying?
The Goblin King.
The Goblin
I hear
King
that position's
of media,
been open for 5 years.
Careful, Charles trying to fuck that baby.
Well, I see.
Yeah, but we're the same age.
Well, we're same age. It's okay. But that's
dance, magic dance.
But when somebody chooses to believe the negative about themselves, when I'm seeing the positive and vocally saying, you could do anything you want, ultimately, it kills me. It kills me because now you're keeping yourself down. And I hate to see that.
I agree with you, Charles, in that I feel for it too. It's something that bothers me when I don't see someone try, because like we've all done it enough that we know, just try, the worst you can do is fail, but if you don't even try, you're going to fail. So at least give it a shot. And Charles and I think kind of became friends and got to know each other better on that thought. But as Krugel said in chat, and I agree with, it's not always that easy. I'm 41 years old, so I've gotten to a point. It's taken me 41 years to just not give a damn. But it's hard, and that didn't happen yesterday. That's 41 years on the earth and probably 10 years of content creation where I'm just like, dude, I don't care. I don't give a damn anymore, and let's be real. I 99% don't give a damn. There's still a part that care, certain things. Before the show, Phil said, hey man, one of your videos, the audio was a little off. Well, now my whole day's wrecked. Now truthfully, I knew that. He didn't tell me. I already knew it was a little off and I had to live with it because I was too far in the process. But, so I do care when it's people that also do stuff that I care about. I care about their opinion, but I'm not going to let it bother me. I'll just do better next time. So I say all that to say, I'm with you, Charles. Like, everyone should just do their damn thing, man. And don't fight through that other part of your brain, but it is hard. It's difficult to do. It gets easier. As you start doing it, it gets easier. But it's hard at first.
That's a big part of it. And I see it with my middle schoolers, especially the middle school art students. And I remember that insanely paralyzing fear of putting yourself out there or showing your artwork or showing your sketchbook. And it's one of those where I hate it because in my brain, all I want to say is like, no, guys, it's not always this way. It does get better. But if someone had said that to me at that age, it wouldn't have meant anything. So the best that I can do for them is be ridiculous up in front of them and be exaggerating my point and drawing and being crazy because it's an adult who is acting, who's talking about the stuff that they like and enjoys art and is making art their career. Like, look, she can be really weird and she seems okay with it. And whether they can, I couldn't have implemented that in middle school or in high school, but as I got through college, as I got a little bit older, now in my 30s, I was like, no, I don't care as much anymore. Like, you can pick on me for being goofy in front of my students. I don't care. What I did before.
And I think what it takes is one person, because I like many people in the chat. I mean, I grew up having what felt like my entire world tell me I wasn't worth it. And it took one voice to say something different, and I held on to that like a lifesaver. And I kept trying to figure out why. Well, because I didn't believe it. I believed I was a worthless piece of shit. So why did they think differently? And that's all I'm saying is if I throw you a lifeline, I don't have to change your world forever. I can change it for a minute if you'll hold on to that message. The only other thing I wanted to throw out there was I get the opportunity to have my life together. I have a lot of it together, and I get to show off a lot of that on the show. And when Philip put this horrible topic into the chat, into our topics, I was dreading it. And I tried and I thought through and I tried. It's like, after all these years in media, I've prided myself in being able to talk about anything and everything. And he hit an area. I was like, nope, you found it. There's an area in my life I can't talk about yet. I'm just not there yet. And it's It's not easy to even face that down.
No, it's not, but it's also nobody's decision but your own, right? It's funny because we are way over my time, and the four of you have said so many personal and beautiful things. I haven't even had time to talk about myself. But that's just because I'm shill up and I like to talk about myself. So I'm going to do my part and then we're going to go right into show the love. But I mean, from a very young age, I played hockey. I played hockey for 15 years to juniors, which is pretty fucking long and pretty high up there. And I never felt like I deserved time on that ice with everybody else on my team. You don't just get to juniors because you're riding on the coattails of your team, right? When you go out to a tryout, you are picked because of your skill alone, and yet I never felt adequate enough to stand shoulder to shoulder with some of those people. To the point where when I got a shoulder injury that knocked me out for good, I was kind of relieved. And that's rough, right? That's 15 years of my life where I was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm ever the best person on the team, or I was the captain. I was the only kid to make it 4 years on varsity hockey. You know, on that senior year, there was no one else getting that C but me because of my presence on the ice and in the locker room. But I never felt like I deserved that. And it took me a very long time to get over that imposter syndrome of that outlook in life. Recently, I would say within the last 10 to 15 years, I've been dealing with depression, right? I'm very open about my depression. You know, I feel like if I don't talk about it, then I'm just keeping this monster living back in this closet and not really ever addressing it. And that's why I'm always open about it, right?
That's one.
When I, get down and when I used to get real fucking low, because I'm one of those manic depressants where I could be on top of the world. And then the very slightest inconvenience in my life would rubber band me into the other direction. And when that would happen, I would shut myself off from everybody. I would not communicate with people well. I barely would get up and walk into work because I had to. Like Mike was saying, like getting a shower and brushing your teeth and going to work sucks, but you have to do it. And, I was living my life that for a very long time. That's why I was asking Mike, what do you do? Because I do drink and I use alcohol to self-medicate my depression like it is my medicine. Have I gotten better over the last 2 years? Strangely enough, I have, right? And that's because I have people that I can talk to. Therapy is very important. Therapy is also very expensive, right? If you don't have insurance, therapy is not really an option for you. The thing that I'm showing the love to today is therapy. If you can afford it, everybody should go to it. And here's the great thing about therapists, they're a dime a dozen. If it doesn't work out and you don't like how that therapist and you interact, there are literally hundreds more that you can choose from until you find that right fit. For me, I can't afford it. I can't. So I have a support system that I can talk to. I have people in my life where I can be like, yo, this is what's going on. I'm not in a good place. I need to get some things off, And if it wasn't for those friends that I come to when I'm at my lowest, who fucking knows? I always make a joke. Hey, no, I can't own a gun. No, I'm not a felon. I have terrible depression. But it's true, right? And so instead of just finding myself at the bottom of a bottle every night when I'm not feeling that great, I find myself in the bottom of a text message with one of my friends, one of the people that I know no matter what goes on in my life, they are there to at least keep me from hitting rock bottom. It's kind of like having that net at the back of the bottom of a trapeze act. Even if you fall, I still have my few people down there that will keep me from having another concussion by slamming my head into rock bottom. So if you can't afford it, find someone enough in your life that you can speak to openly and freely. Because if they care that much about you, the first thing they're going to be like is, yeah, why haven't you come to me earlier? So take the time, get things off your chest, because the longer you sit on it and the longer it sits inside you, it's only going to get darker. And you have to find a way to find a sliver of light when you're that far down the rabbit hole.
I want to tack on something because Kilted Pipe Guy brings up a great point there, and it goes with what you're saying about texting your friends. I don't understand the U.S. healthcare system. I'll always be there for you guys that need an outside opinion. Here's the point. Even though I might not be able to cope myself, and I'm going to tell you, one of the things that's helped change some of my darkest mindsets is finding somebody else I can listen to their problems for a minute and just be distracted from my own shit for a minute and give them some advice that may help them, that then you turn around, you might be able to listen to yourself. So just
it helps you realize you're not the only one going through stuff,
Yep.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, Charles is one of those guys for me. When shit was kind of going sideways in my life, in 2019, my father passed away. My marriage was at the beginning of falling apart. Like, I was not in a great place. It took me about 3 months of stumbling through a bottle to finally reach out to Charles and be like, I need your help, dude. I'm not great. And he's like, yeah, I know. I've been waiting for this text for fucking 3 months, you dumb dick. And I was like, that's the fucking words that I need to hear right now. So
well, and there's something about having that person. So I have different people, but there's one where, someone who's very, very close to me will send her a message and just say, I'm not doing okay tonight. And the response back is, do you want advice? Do you want company? Do you just want me to listen? And I was like, nope, I don't need you to be here. I just need to say this out loud and I'll be okay. I'm just, I was having a panic attack and I was like, I just need to say it and talk myself down out of it. But it was someone who I had there that I could reach out to.
And that's a brilliant response. Do you want advice? Do you want company? Or do you want me to just listen? And guys, because guys, we fix things, or at least I do. I try to fix, and that took me too long to figure that response out.
You want to send us your story? You want to send us your story about mental health? You can do that at almostdailypod@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch.
Seriously, hold on. Because this came up in chat a lot. A lot of people are going back and forth like, hey, reach out to me. We can talk. I'll speak for all of us because I feel confident doing it, that if anyone needs to reach out to any of the 5 of us, you can find us on social media and just, hey, remember that thing? Da, 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 da. Any one of us, feel free to reach out to us.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You want to buy a WAP shirt that Tony made? You can do that over at tiny.cc/GSTU. I am the Imaginary Nomad on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and on One. Piggybacking off of Tony, my DMs are open. Even if you don't follow me and I don't follow you, my DMs are always open.
Slide on in there.
Hang around for our next show, which is old Chucky McFalls. See ya.
I gotta add, Kilted Pipe Guy said, I don't understand the U.S. healthcare system. Dude, nobody does.
Nobody does.
I've been a citizen for my entire life. I don't understand it.
Insurance companies do.
I was gonna say, and I worked in insurance. I still don't understand it.
Whew.
Yeah,
it's
but
a mess.
Charles, what you said about wanting to fix it, like that was a problem that I had, and I have but I imposed what would be like toxic positivity onto people because that's what I knew how to do. And like, no, I'll fix it and then I'll make you happy again and then it'll be okay. And it took a lot to learn that was not always what needed to happen. But even that communication to be able to tell, my friends or my partner, like, I don't need you to fix it. I just need to talk. But I didn't have the language for that for a while. And I didn't know. Like, I was getting upset when people would try and fix things for me. And I didn't know why I was upset. So until I could say, like, nope, I just need to vent.
I'm still learning that too. Because I know it in my head, right? Like, fucking, that's not the thing to do. And to Charles's point, like, we're conditioned to like have these answers all the time, and like there's this pressure to like solve everything, and fucking we're just as fucking dumb shit about everything as everyone else is. And so like learning to shut the fuck up is like my like that's my 5-year plan. You know what? That's my 5-year plan.
Lauren chat said, yes, Charles, people aren't always looking for someone to help fix things. I learned that one recently myself. Like, I didn't get like, but it's broken. Like, but you're upset. So this needs to be fixed. Yeah. I got this. I gotta calm down. What are you talking about? And yeah, and I mean, I'm being dead serious. It really was recent that I learned, like, okay, you know, like your friend said, well, what are you looking for here? What do you need? How can I help? You know, not, all right, I'm on my way over. I got this. I'll bring some tools. Like, what? So it's weird. I think I've been told, one of you may have said this, but I've been told it's definitely a guy thing, to want to fix things. I don't know.
Like a Charles thing.
Well,
he's far from a guy, so. It's
what Mike said. It's conditioning. Like I feel like that's from formative years. You know, it was always dad. Dad fixed things, and therefore, if you are the son, then you fix things because that's what dad does. And
yeah, but it sounds like your father can't even fix himself right now.
Yeah, no, but he also raised me as a son, so I want to fix things too, all the time.
But yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, the hardest part of all of this is that first step in reaching out to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck, you were right. Like, your literal message was, the fuck took you so long? Because I know you, right? You know that I wasn't right, but also you knew that when the time would come, I would reach out to you. And you can't force that conversation onto somebody. You can't say, hey, man, I know you're not doing great. Let's talk about it. No, that's not how that works. When the person's not doing great, it's up to them to make that first very difficult jump that can sometimes feel like a leap.
And it's hard because the person wants to help. If you see someone, you know, like, oh, I want to do something. Again, I want to fix it. But all you can do, like, so you can't force anyone to talk about it. You can kind of throw a little bobber out there, like a fishing thing. Just throw a little bobber out there and see if they bite, you know, but let them know, hey, this is out there. The line is out there if you want to take it. And I think that I hope that helps. I know that's helped me to at least know somebody would listen, even if I'm not going to talk about it. Me, chances are I'm not going to talk about it, but I really, really do appreciate knowing there's someone there if I did want to talk about it.
And I think along those lines too, it's, I'm going to say having the grace, because I can't think of a better word, but so if you are very close to someone who is struggling and you are reaching out to them, being able to hear them when they might speak back harshly at you or fight back or push you away, the ability to step back and remove yourself from it and not take that personal, something I'm not great at and I really had to work on for a long time, because it hurts. A person you care about is hurting and they are fighting back at you or lashing out at you. So then to try and step back from that and still be a presence there, and like you said, have that bobber out but not push anymore. Like that's a difficult, delicate balance to strike.
Yeah,
it is.
Bring Swan on for the fun topics. Yay!
Well, at least we're not fighting like we usually are when you come around.
Yeah, you didn't bring us boxing gloves this time, so like, thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Actually, if you have a sec, can I meant to take
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Take a break.
Break. Yep. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but still, nobody has sent me cookies, because let me tell you, that right there was, man, that was awesome. They just showed up and they're like, yo, we're going to talk about these cookies. And I was like,
Did
okay.
you know they were coming?
Yes, I didn't know what was coming, what type of cookies, but I knew they were coming. So I forgot. Much like, oh crap! Hold on, let me see how to do this. Yeah, much like we did with Phil. I want so everyone, this is my YouTube channel since Phil just promotes himself. So check me out at youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. Trying to get to 500 subscribers by tomorrow. So go ahead and subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to get to 500 by tomorrow. But if that's all we're doing, if we're just like whoring ourselves out every break, well then yeah, youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson.
Chilling.
All right, so a couple things. Queen Hat wants cookies. Yes, me always. If you want cookies, B-Mail can make cookies for you at my command. KJ, I appreciate that. Get on that, please. And Queen Hat wants to know about my terrorist friend. Yeah, it's really not clickbait.
No,
it really
just
happened.
Go watch
like,
the video. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's gonna go check it out. So appreciate that. Subscribe while you're over there. That'd be great. And Jess Stu wants to know if we get cookies for subscribing. Yeah, sure. Totally.
They're in the mail.
Yeah. 500 for Tony. I can make
Kit Kat.
No, Kilted. I was hoping to get 500 subscribers. I'm not paying for subscribers. All right, up next, coming to the stage. We got, who is that?
She's
Swan.
Vera.
We have Vera the cat. What's going on, Vera?
Tony, that's Emily Swan. She's been our guest all night.
Oh.
Tony, let me ask you a question about your YouTube.
Hold on, I was looking at the cat, but go ahead. Yeah, what's up?
Why don't you have a featured video that plays every time that somebody comes to your page?
Because it's annoying, and I noticed a lot of creators don't do it. I actually just took it down maybe a week or two ago, but now you got me paranoid.
No, I mean, you would know better than I if you've done the research to see if people have stopped doing it or not. You would know better.
You and I can talk amongst ourselves while everyone else seems to be looking at the cat and is wondering if it's a mood occupy.
No, so there is. And so this was my face after the hockey game. And,
So Grumpy went, oh.
And this is my face now.
Aw.
Yes.
Will you bring, so when is your next Doodle Crew?
Next Doodle Crew is this coming Saturday, the 16th at 11 a.m.
Saturday morning. That's right.
Because it's Saturday morning cartoons.
Will Vera be making an appearance?
She might. She likes to be my buddy. Yeah. Hi.
Man, that one video got 2.1K.
Apparently, Phil. So I, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the cat up. I'm sorry. That's what everyone wants to see. Phil and I can chat amongst ourselves. So there's a lot of like, SEO strategies and things and keyword finding things.
Yeah.
And apparently, Allie Larder is a hot search topic continuously. Now, she was in the news recently, but apparently she's just often searched. And so I'm ranking very high in the search term Allie Larder. So whenever people search for Allie Larder,
there you go.
My videos are shown to them.
I mean, that article went fucking crazy viral.
Yeah.
And there's people still talking about it. It was a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah,
Tony,
'cause
you're the
fucked
fourth
up.
video that comes up on Google.
Yeah.
So dope.
So, but it's so I don't know. Maybe it's you guys. Like you guys might get this, but I'm like, man, that's not the one that I really wanted to be known for. Like,
Don't
really?
worry. This terrorist one will do
But it's
gangbusters on SEO.
gangbusters. The truth is, it's all traffic, and I've been gaining watch hours and subscribers and things off of that Allie Larder video. So I'll take it, But it's just like, oh, all right, that's the one. But that's the one for now, and maybe something else will come along.
Just like Homer Simpson said to Bart. This is the one so far.
So far.
All right. Everybody ready to go?
Wait, no,
Another
I'm
heavy-
confused. I'm confused. So Kit Kat the cat says she will hunt me down if we deprive us of the cat. What is? I have no control over the cat.
I think it was when you had it full screen.
Oh, if we take you off of the view. Okay. All right. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so
Vera will stay.
if you want tons and tons of pictures of Vera, DM me for my Snapchat. I'm putting a lot of pictures of her up there. 'Cause,
Jess doing chat wants Vera to host the next segment.
I mean, she
That's
could.
fair.
She could. I did interrupt her nap, so I know.
Wow.
So you talked to her for 5 minutes out of 24 hours. There you
Yeah.
go. Got it.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Mike, Phil, Tony P, and here with today's topic is Charles.
Hey, benvenuto panda spazzatura. I am the rock out of podcasting, and it's been 5 years since I've seen Mike, and I had to throw that out there for him. Tonight we're gonna, you want to play a game? We're gonna play a little game. I don't know how badly I murdered that intro, but I thought it was fun, so I did it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was the intro Vita.
So I'm already going to say I don't like this topic because we do talk about them beforehand normally. And Charles just put some words in the chat.
I
We're
did.
Like, what the hell does it mean?
Chat,
You'll
it seemed
see.
like you had a stroke. That's really because
Okay.
it were sentences. It didn't relate to anything. It was just words.
Matter of fact,
I do not imply, you must infer.
What's your name?
I'm going to share with the good folks. We have a Discord channel just for us where we talk about topics. And Charles just said, "What's your name? Let's play a game." Oh, okay. All right.
Well, now that you piped in with, didn't Charles want to fill out some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I was just be like, fuck you, Tony. You're supposed to tell me your name.
Oh, and then there was a bit that didn't work. Yeah,
that didn't
but
work because, you guys are ignorant. It's okay.
Also, the doc was for me, and I didn't have any idea what you were talking about.
What doc?
The document that you had to
I
fill
know what a
out.
doc is. God damn it, Tony. I know what. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the topic. Let's play a game. So a while back, we just inadvertently put up this guessing game of songs that related to something we're talking about. So I've got you some categories that you all can pick from of what you want to play. So I have to go back to Discord and see what I wrote, what the categories were. I forget. Y'all fucked me up at this point. Y'all like keep throwing up Discord stuff and making faces and all that jazz. Okay, here are your categories. You each get to pick one, so pick the one you think you want to take on. 90s music, 80s movies, 2000s TV shows, and I could have been a contender. That's all I'm giving you. You got to pick something.
What was the 80s one?
What?
Don't overthink it, Swan. Apparently,
Yeah,
we're
don't
just
overthink
jumping
it.
in.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll do 90s
jumping in.
music
I want-
for 100, Charles.
TV shows.
Two people pick
80s
titles.
movies.
What?
I'll
Yeah,
take
that's-
80s movies.
Swan, you're the guest. You can go first. What are you wanting?
I will take the 2000s TV show.
All right. Let's see. Is this the right?
I see. Already, I'm
It is.
confused. I thought we
Okay.
all had to pick one. Like,
You will eventually. She
Is
gets
this
to go
Jeopardy?
first.
Is it
Do we
Jeopardy?
buzz in?
Okay.
come on, convention moderator, make this work. What are we doing?
If you shut the fuck up for a second, I will. So I
Is
went
this how you
and found-
moderate a con? Conmods.com?
You guys, shut up.
You know,
All right, I'm gonna do my best.
McFall.
you're gonna have.
I'm gonna do my best Don Lemon while you explain
All
this.
right. There's no explanation. I found a bunch of different lists related to the topics that I threw out, and so here's the thing. Yeah, points don't matter. You can bid it up. You can have fun, whatever. Make me laugh. We got the top 10 shows of 2009. Okay, so you gotta guess. Mike, we've done this before. You can do this, bud. It's okay. Krugels has already thrown out Lost, number 6. Lost. See, she gets the game. Mike, get the fuck off the camera and put Krugels on. So, number 6, she guessed Lost.
I'm with Gilded Pipe Guy. Can I quit and go home?
Yes, you can.
Vampire
Diaries?
1999?
Defo
It's 2009. 2009.
Wait, what year?
According to entertainment.time.com, 2009 top 10 TV shows.
No Friends?
That's 2009. No Friends.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no.
No.
True Blood.
Oh.
Nope.
2009. That's what, like 11 years ago? VO by Kurt in chat says Heroes.
Heroes did not make the list.
So the same year as Lost. ER.
ER.
But
did
Grey's
not make the
Anatomy would
list.
be on there.
Not in top 10.
Grey's.
Oh.
Were there
Not even
other
in the-
shows when Lost was
Look,
out?
I'll give you. Here's some clues. I'll give you some honorable mentions that did not make the top 10 list.
Wait. Kruggles just hit on it. We're gonna go through a bunch here. SVU, Law and Order, CSI,
Criminal Intent.
Bones.
CSI Miami.
David
And
Boreanaz, and Bones.
Psych.
Phil,
Scrub.
do a
Monk.
bit. Do something.
Scrubs.
Monk.
No. Look,
Steph King.
here's some of the shows that were on. Torchwood, Children of Earth, How I Met Your Mother, Nurse Jackie, Better Off Ted, Chuck. Those were all on at 2009. Party Down, Bored to
Fuck,
Death.
I forgot about Chuck, and now all I
Right.
can think about is the commercial that they would play during the World Series. Do you remember? It was like, yeah, baseball's exciting, but get ready for Chuck. I was
Breaking
like,
Bad.
None of your guesses are right, Krugels. Breaking Bad, number 3.
Wow.
There you
How
go.
I Met Your Mother not up there? If it was,
It's an honorable mention. I don't know what
it must have been early in the show.
Yeah.
This is difficult. Oh, VO by
Man.
Kurt. Walking Dead.
Walking Dead did not make the list.
When did that come out?
Dexter.
Nope.
Mike said
Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Nip
Nope.
Tuck?
Nope.
Later.
Wait, what's number 3? What did we just reveal?
Number 3 is Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad.
Breaking
And
Bad.
Lost
Sons
is
of
number
Anarchy.
6.
What
No,
came
Sons
out?
of Anarchy, number 9. Philip's taking this home so far.
Oh,
for-
VO by
think some-
Kurt.
think- think some
Kurt's right.
comedies.
Mad Men.
Kurt said
Mad
Mad
Men,
Men.
number 1. Mad
Nice.
Men, number 1 in 2009.
Kurt
General Hospital.
Road Rules Challenge.
Not American's Next Top Model, no. Offbeat comedy for number 10.
Wayne.
Big Bang.
The Office.
The Office tied with Parks and Recreation for number 10.
That's a shame.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both horrible.
The only way is reference.
Oh, Parks and Rec should have
I-
been number 2.
I
Yeah,
give you
Actually,
one.
to be fair, I haven't watched Parks and Rec. I don't know why I said.
Oh, I
what
missed
said.
that
I
one, Krugels.
apologize.
I missed where you said The Office. She says, all the rest of hers were wrong. Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy, number 9. We already got that one. A High School Musical that is not called High School Musical.
Glee.
Glee.
Glee, number 8.
Oh man, I forget. Like, are those really 10, 11 years old, 12 years
That's
old?
what I'm having trouble with.
Oh, here you go, Tony. Here you go. If I get this right, I didn't look this up, but I think I have this right. The TV show that helped launch Michael B. Jordan.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Wow.
Number
Fucking great
7.
show.
So good. It's so
Uh,
good.
Yeah, you're not quite right there. Maybe you are.
I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
are.
I know he kind of came
was
really
early
into
on.
prominence. I don't know.
Yeah, he was
Right,
in.
he
He
was
was in The Wire. He was also in The Wire.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, he was.
Oh, what was oh god.
Friday Night Light. So funny thing. I was like, okay, Lost, How I Met Your Mother. So I'm in my head. I'm like, where was I in life? And I was living in Los Angeles, working at Activision, but I was working the graveyard shift. So I was DVR and everything. And my DVR at the time was Lost, always.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother,
Okay.
and Amazing Race,
Got it.
God, what a
and
great
Queer
show.
Eye, the original Queer Eye. I would DVR. So that's where I was. And so I'm like, I don't remember anything else.
Oh, I had
Well,
one.
I had
30
I,
Rock.
this- 30 Rock, no. The one that I always DVR'd is a sci-fi reboot.
Battlestar.
Battlestar, BSG.
Battlestar Galactica. There you
I
go.
watched that
That
after the
show
fact, unfortunately.
sucks.
So
You
how
suck.
many have we
Show.
gotten so far?
You've got number 4 left and number 2 left. The only last
Is there
two
any
there.
reality television on this
Nope.
list?
There's not. I'm pretty
Good
sure
question.
one's about multiple wives, and another one is just
Oh,
about
Big Love?
Big,
Big
Love.
Love.
Yeah,
That
on
was it.
HBO.
Yep.
That was a big show.
Yep.
Was it?
And
Yeah.
No, he wasn't in
the
it.
one that
That-
brought Al Bundy back into social media prominence.
Modern Family.
Oh,
Modern Family.
Damn,
number 2.
Swan.
That was the
Famous
hit.
one.
Yeah, Modern Family was huge. And I swear, I remember these all winning awards and being in the zeitgeist. Never
Mhm.
watched them. Like, I was just not in a TV watching place at the time.
Breaking
would
Bad
say.
is Breaking Bad still fucking
Yeah,
holds
still
up, man.
top.
I couldn't do it, man. I got through the first season, and I was like, okay, we're gonna do it. And then there's a scene where Jesse like meets a child in a meth
Uh-huh.
home, and I'm
Yep.
like, oh, this is just my childhood now. It's not escapism. It's not fun.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
tough.
heavy, man. It's
It's
definitely
super
heavy.
heavy. So
Yeah.
look, with Breaking Bad for season 1, I watched it all in one day.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, no.
From like mid-afternoon through the night, right? And when the day broke, like it was 8 or 9 in the morning, and I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and there's a helicopter that goes by me, I ducked back in to my scoop because I was like, I felt like I was fucking like a meth addict
Yeah.
at that point because of how heavy that show is.
yeah.
And if
well,
you
Phil-
couldn't get through season 1, Mike, season
don't
4 and
keep- yeah.
5 are so heavy.
Yeah, I had I hit that episode, and I was like, oh, this show just isn't for me. Like
That's fair.
it's incredible. Everyone's putting in fucking A game, right? Like the writing and the acting and everything is so real and so amazing. It's not.
Yeah, no, there's
Because
just
no,
some
you can't.
things.
You can't. That's fair.
Just some things aren't for you, and based on what you told me just now, yeah, skip it.
Yep.
Did you ever watch
Roseanne.
The Wire, Mike?
Got about as far.
Roseanne
So-
was the same for my wife when they not rebooted, but brought it back to TV or whatever.
Oh, boo, the
Uh,
Connors.
No, before it became the
Oh,
Connors,
no,
when
they
it was still
it was
Roseanne. That
Roseanne,
first
yeah.
season. That first season. She was the spitting image, both in emotional content, acting, and looks of my wife's mother, who had basically killed herself slowly with pain pills and stuff. So Aaron was having a very difficult time. And then when she did the social media thing and they took her off that way, Aaron's like, nah, I'm out. I can't watch it. So I mean, that's just a fair thing.
I absolutely
so-
love the original Roseanne. I
yeah.
thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
I understand why your wife wouldn't want to watch it, but yeah. And then when they brought it
Yeah.
back, meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
So I will say Swan picked that, and I didn't think she was going to make it. Phil was dominating, but she ended up taking the end of that
I think
category.
I think she took it better than I
So
did.
Phil, since you already picked one,
90s
Phil, you're
music.
second it. 90s music.
Crap.
Well, Tony, you might. Well, that would just be racist. I'm not going to do that. This is music I was listening to in 1995. The top 10 hot R&B and hip hop songs for 1995.
Jimmy's Chicken Shack.
Boyz II Men.
No diggity.
Group. You said groups or songs?
It is songs.
Crap.
Songs.
Kruggle might have that. Boy is
Yeah.
mine with the
By
song.
Monica and Brandy.
Nope, it is not on the top 10 for 95.
I need to figure out
I'll Make
what was
Love to
there.
You by
So I can-
Boyz II Men.
Get myself
Yeah.
there.
No.
Do we have honorable mentions?
95.
Okay, we do have top 20, so I'll go that far. Boyz II Men made it to number 12 on Bended Knee.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's the video with the white sands, right?
Yes, I think so.
Like where
I don't know.
they're walking through the desert. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, but I'm laughing at Killed It Pipe Guy's typo because I love it. It's Eileen Aunt Fram, which just sounds like a relative.
Yeah.
You know Eileen Aunt Fran with the at the
old man
shaved
Fran.
head.
All My Life by Casey and JoJo.
That's so good. I love that song. I'm pretty sure that was earlier, and it's not in the top 10. It didn't make the top 20 for
What about
95.
TLC? Were they up?
Okay.
Freaking You
Congratulations,
by
95.
Jodeci did.
Oh, Cisco Thong Song.
Hold on,
that
Emily,
was
what'd you
later.
say?
Later.
I said TLC.
What song by TLC?
Scrubs.
No, it'd have to be later than Waterfalls.
No, Waterfalls was number 16.
Oh,
Waterfalls was number 16 there.
So 95. Do we have some Outcasts by 95?
No, they were too
No.
fast.
Oh, it got
They
R&B.
came a little bit
yeah.
later. Well, it's also hip hop, but they came. A little bit later.
Yeah.
Killing Me Softly by the Fugees.
Ooh, that's a good one. Not in the top 10.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
Is No One Ready or Not in the top 10 by the Fugees? No
Fugees
Woman
are not
No
in the
Cry
top
by
10
the
at all.
Fugees?
Nope.
What?
Billboard. This is the Billboard end of year 1995 chart.
Are they later than 95? I felt like
I
95
don't know.
was like their fucking...
No, they had to have been later, else they would have been on that list.
So I'll give
Yeah.
you. Oh, somebody said this one. I think Krugel said this one earlier. Boombastic.
yeah, but we already
Shaggy.
know you ignore her in chat.
Well, it's so fast. Everybody's throwing stuff up because they're playing,
Yes,
but it's so
Shaggy,
fast. I can't
Mr.
see.
Boombastic. What number
Number
was
9.
that?
Oh, what
Number
was the
9.
single? What was
What
the
a crappy
single off
year if
off the
Boombastic
first,
made the list.
The first Aaliyah record, AJ Nothing But a Number. What was the first? What was the single off that?
Are You That Somebody? Or is
Uh,
that the second album? 95 Aaliyah.
Oh my God,
Not in the top 20.
Let's see. Pac died in 96.
Well, so
I'm just-
so I'll go ahead and tell
I'm
you.
just trying
I
to
looked
get
up
myself there.
96 first, and
Mhm.
Tupac, yeah, he died and he had a lot of the
Would it have been
postmortem albums.
something out of
But number 10, I'll give you
Let's
the
see.
artist.
Hanley said Gangsta's Paradise. She also
Nope.
said TLC Creep.
Creep number 1. TLC
What?
Creep number 1 for Al Handley.
Creep was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Ruggles makes a good point. Mariah had to have something.
Fantasy by Mariah.
Number 14. Number 14.
14, wow.
Oh,
didn't she did it-
was number 13.
Hold on. She did...
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't you have something by Whitney at that point?
Oh,
what was the
She was
the
still
song?
alive, but I don't think she was doing music.
No. She
Whitney?
did the movie. That movie.
The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard. What was this?
Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale.
That's
yeah, I was
not
gonna
on
say
here.
Bodyguard was earlier than 95.
Yeah, it would have been Waiting to Exhale after Bodyguard.
Exhale, shoop. Is that what that song was called?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper song? Speaking of,
It's
I
not
thought
on here.
Titanic was later. I thought Titanic was. Like
Kit Kat the Cat Cat said Freak Like Me by Dina Howard, which I don't
Number
think is on there.
7. Number 7.
Are you kidding me?
Freak
Well,
Like
then in
Me,
that
Dina
case-
Howard.
In that case, I gotta go with. Was there some? This Is How We Do It. Was that year?
This is how we
Montel?
do it. Number 2, Montel Jordan.
Wow.
Right
Okay, so it was a crappy year. I
Gangster's
got it now.
Paradise by Coolio.
there. No.
What-
Let me give you the number 10 artist.
If Freak Like
Number
Me
10 artist.
and Montel Jordan are on the list,
Uh-huh.
this is a struggle bus this year.
Brandy. Brandy is number 10. A song by Brandy
Oh.
that you may or may not know. So you can say pass, I'll just give it to you.
I would probably know it if it's top 10. Brandy had, we already guessed Boy's Mine.
It's not
Struggles-
the
he doesn't-
artist, Krugels. It's the song.
And also, he doesn't listen to you. Oh, Queen Hat makes a good point. Biggie has to be there.
I'll give you
Biggie-
that. Biggie is on the list.
Biggie with Faith Hill?
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
not
that was
Faith
later.
Hill. Faith Hill is the white country singer.
yeah,
Faith
You know, by
Evans.
Kurt-
Faith
you're too
Evans.
white.
Faith Evans.
I don't know the song. I can't sing it kilted. I'll sing it badly if I know it, but I don't know it.
I meant Faith Evans. Chat and podcast, please forgive me.
No. Let the white guy fucking correct Tony P on.
I will get my card as
All right.
soon as the show is over and turn
Number
it in.
10. Number 10 is Baby by Brandy.
Oh yeah,
Baby,
Baby by Brandy.
Baby.
Number 8 is
Yeah, I'll handle
Blackstreet.
that.
No diggity.
No diggity. Yeah,
Nope.
Mike already said that. No.
Nope. I know, right?
too
Nope.
close.
Shit. Blackstreet had No
Is it-
Diggity Part 2, the remix.
Was it
It wasn't remixed to Ignition. That came out much later.
No.
Oh,
Was
And
it
that
too
was-
close? No.
Dark
Before
fucking
I
Kelly.
let you go. It's before I let you go.
Oh.
I don't know. Honestly, don't know that one.
No.
Monica has number 6.
Oh.
That makes sense because Brandy and Monica had the whole thing, the fake beef to sell
they
each
were
other's
beefing.
Yeah. And then they did
Monica-
the
But I wouldn't know this one.
Boy,
either.
was I was never a big Monica fan.
Me either.
I was Team Brandy.
Who had the
Yeah,
show
but
on
number-
UPN, Brandy?
The shirt and everything to prove it. Yeah, that was Brandy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
TLC Kit Kat is on there. TLC was already set at number 1 with Creep and number 16 with Waterfalls. So they had 2 that year that were big. Monica at number 6 was Don't Take It Personal, Just One of Them Days.
Oh, I did like that song though. Yeah.
Okay. Number
It's just one of
5,
them days.
the artist for number 5 is Soul For Real.
Candy Rain. No. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nice.
Candy Rain. Number 4 is Brownstone. Is the artist, the group, if you will.
Yeah, yeah. It's a group. Brownstone had I don't know, but VO by Kurt is wondering if there's any Michael Jackson.
There has to
Cardinals is
be.
wondering if there's any Prince. You know,
Nope.
Mike always took a few years off, man, and then he'd
So did
like
Prince.
you'd forget about him. Yep.
And-
And I heard they were such good friends that they never did their things at the same time. They would take time off and coordinate their next big thing. You know, they were both Jehovah's Witness. So I think they bonded on that.
Didn't they both die from fentanyl as well?
Ooh, maybe.
Did they figure out what Prince died from?
It was something like that album sleep.
I think it was.
I know, Mike, it was fentanyl. The doctor was giving him too much.
Yeah.
El Hanley and oh no, that'd be Tupac. Keep their heads ringing.
Yeah. No.
Tupac wasn't on the list.
So Brownstone number 4 is If You Love Me.
I don't know
The
that one.
headbanging was Dr. Dre.
So the last one.
Oops, you're right. I told you I'm getting the card after the show. It doesn't matter.
Raid!
So the you only got one more left, and that's Notorious B.I.G. for number 3.
Thanks for the raid, 2 Dorks TV mid-show.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Wait,
was
go
Juicy,
say that
right?
again.
Notorious B.I.G. is number 3.
It was Juicy, right?
Nope.
No, that was earlier.
Never a fan of Biggie, by the way. Pac forever.
No, I love
Big
Biggie,
Papa?
though. Nope.
Big Papa.
No, Al Hanley said Big
One
Papa
More
earlier,
Chance?
so- That's it. One More Chance / Stay With Me.
Wow.
There it is.
Okay.
There,
Yeah.
Phil taking out
That
his own
song
topic.
sucks, by the way.
I don't know.
You know what? It's Biggie. I just don't like.
He doesn't like Biggie. All right, Tony.
Hey, Ace Fury said, "I know Phil from Nook's Tavern. I'm staying."
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Nice, Ace
This
Fury.
is
Well,
not.
guess what? This is a totally different stream.
And I
So we're-
apologize.
Right
that
now
you
we're playing
know,
the game, and there's 2 more topics. So Tony, I'll let you pick the second of the last 2. It's 80s movies, or I Could Have Been a Contender.
We're going with oh crap. Phil's gonna know that. 80s movies.
All right, 80s movies. That's a contender one. Okay. This is off of Wikipedia, so don't yell at me. 1984 in film. In 1984, the top 10 highest grossing films of that year.
I'm not gonna lie.
Give me some runner ups so I know where we're at
Okay.
in the time
Born in
stream.
November, so anything
got it.
between November and December. I
So
also
I can
won't
tell
know.
you,
84. God.
Amadeus won the best film for drama.
Oh, what a good movie!
Did that
Sally
win? Is
Field
that on the
Places in the
list?
Heart. Woody Allen had Broadway. Danny Rose.
So
won a
the year of
BAFTA award.
Amadeus. All right, I vaguely remember
Gremlins.
that.
Princess Bride.
Okay, wait. I heard Gremlins. Number 4,
Charles-
Gremlins. 150
Charles can't read
million.
that fast. Slow down.
No.
Karate Kid.
Ghostbusters.
Number 5, Karate Kid for 90 million.
Swan said Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters at number 2 for 229 million.
Was E.T. out there?
No, you already phoned home.
No, that was 82, I think.
I said Princess.
I saw E.T. in 84.
Ace Fury throws out Beverly Hill Cops. What do you think?
That's a good guess.
Number 1 at 234
Yeah.
million.
Wow.
Good guess. All right, so the time of
So was
Beverly
that-
Hills Cop.
So
Oh,
you
Queen
need
Hat
more.
says
Was that one of the Lethal
Footloose.
Weapons?
Footloose, number 7
Nice.
at 80
Never
million.
ending story.
Nope, didn't make it.
Hmm.
Neither
Mike,
did,
what were
something
you
else.
saying?
Indiana Jones.
Oh, I was off. I googled it because I wanted to know. It's not Lethal Weapon.
No, none of the Lethal Weapons. What'd you
16
say, Swan?
Candles.
No 16 Candles. no.
What?
Not
Pretty in
Not
Pink.
Top Gross. Nope.
No,
Swan,
that's-
what did you say?
I had said I was reading chat. I can't even remember. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is number 3 at 179 million. It's Temple of Doom. Was that one?
All right,
you
so
need
Stealth King
number
said, did a
6.
Star Wars come out that year? 84 would have been Empire.
Mm,
Or was that 83? No Empire.
No Empire.
Red Dawn.
What Dawn?
Red.
Red Dawn.
Red
Red.
Dawn.
It's about your people, Charles.
I thought you wanted to go blue, Phil. No.
Wolverine.
Is that Wolverines?
Yeah, it's Wolverine. No, Red Dawn's not on the list.
Damn.
In chat, we have Splash,
Flash
Labyrinth,
is number 10 at
and
69
Terminator.
million. Nope. Not Terminator.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nope. You've got just
Hunt
a
for Red
few.
October.
No. That's
No,
not
that was
84, Mike.
I don't fucking know. It was about Russia.
Romancing,
Romancing
the
the
Stone.
Stone. Yeah.
Number 8 at 76 million. Good Googling there, Ace Fury. We appreciate you. Nope, no Rambo, no Terminator. So we've got
Purple Rain.
Other than Beverly. No,
Renegade!
Wait, Kruggles got it.
First,
Renegade.
Renegade! So we have Beverly Hills Cop. Was there another officer?
Beverly
related
Hills
film?
Ninja.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Oh, was there a
Uh,
Star Trek one that came out?
No, it's is it Lethal
Die
Weapon,
Hard.
Charles?
No Lethal Weapons.
No, I already
Die
asked.
Hard.
Nope. No Die Hard.
Police
Okay.
Academy or Turner and Hooch?
Police Academy at 6 at 81
Are you
Hey.
telling me
million.
Purple Rain got beat out by fucking Michael Winslow and his sound effects?
That's fair though. That's fair.
Which
I don't
Police
know about
Academy? The first one?
The first one, number 1, came out in 1984. Apparently.
Revenge of the Nerds?
Nope. We've got one with Kathleen Turner. I think she was in that, and that's the last one y'all have. I do believe.
Flashdance?
Weird Science?
Nope.
I don't know Kathleen Turner.
She talks like a
Um,
guy and looks hot as hell.
Wasn't she in Romance in the Stone?
That was you.
Romancing the Stone at number 8.
We already
76
said it.
million.
We already
Yeah,
did
we got that already. The chat got it.
Oh, the chat got it. Okay, fine.
We
So there we
did
go. Well,
that.
And
Recap.
not only did the chat get it, you acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Did I? Well, then you
Yeah.
got them all. And nobody won because the chat gave it all to you
Oh,
with the fucking
Wordman
Googles.
said fantasy Tom Cruise. I thought that was the year of Legend.
Legend.
When did
Oh, yeah,
Legend
Legend.
come out?
I hated Legend.
All right.
I can't believe the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai didn't make that list. That's mind blowing to me.
Didn't I
I'm
just hear they're doing a sequel?
Don't
Or like a
fuck with me,
remake?
Tony P. Tony P. Henderson, do not fuck with me right now.
I'll find it after the show during the break. Okay, yeah, Kurt says yeah.
I'm most
Um,
upset that Chud
oh.
didn't make the top 5, let alone the top 10.
Apparently, it's a novel. It's option for a series.
Well, I don't know how to read, goddammit. That's been
we-
established in the
we did
last
talk about
segment.
Dude, Philip, manga has to work for you perfectly, though, right?
I don't know who they are, and they don't work for me, goddammit.
So this last one, I could have been contender. Are all nominated films from different years that I'm going to describe badly. So, Mike, this is going to be your topic to start with.
Great.
All right. Russell Crowe. I'll give you actor because it's still going to be bad as shit. Russell
Easy.
Crowe
Easy.
defaces Windows and has no friends.
Master and Commander.
Nope.
That was going to be
His
my guess. Gladiator?
Nope.
The one about
Gladiator
wine.
didn't even have Windows.
I have
Oh,
an
yeah.
idea. Is it A Beautiful Mind? A Beautiful Mind.
Beautiful Mind, 2001. It was nominated and won Best Picture and Best Director.
Have I seen Beautiful Mind?
All right.
Haven't.
You worked at Blockbuster, Tony. It was part of the application process.
What year was that?
That's why 2001. That's why I never
2011.
saw it because it was always rented.
2001. 2001 was Beautiful Mind. All right, 2009. Tony, you got that last one. We'll start with you here. Smurfs on LSD.
It was me.
Avatar.
I know it was you, Phil, but who cares? You've been winning shit. He's got to get something. He's got a white card coming his way.
Competitive, Charles. I can't
got it.
Dude.
I'm the winner.
All right.
Avatar. Yes.
Let me think of highly overrated animation for 2006.
Don't start shit with me, Charles.
Uh-oh.
Oh, do you have the answer there, Swan?
Highly over. Say it again.
Highly overrated animation for 2006.
Simpsons?
Whatever the answer is going to be, I'm going to be fucking like so annoyed. I just know it.
And since it's all badly described, here's another clue.
Cars.
God damn, I was going to give you the clue. This is it, Cars 2006.
But it was technically really impressive for its time.
You know what it was nominated for? Best original
Best
song.
Yeah.
Well, Rascal Flatts, right?
That wasn't even an original song. They did not write that.
I know they didn't
Fucking
write it.
George Harrison wrote. Oh my god.
Wait, what song was it?
Life is a Highway. Well, that's not what they nominated, but Rascal Flatts did Life is a Highway for that song, which is a
covered
cover.
it.
That's
was
not
doing
the
a
song that they were nominated for, Charles.
I didn't say it was. I just said it wasn't there. Anyway, all right.
Also, George Harrison wrote that?
No.
Fair enough.
Wrong
It was-
answer only. The
It was
rest
Beck. Beck fucking wrote Life is a Highway. All right.
Don't listen to this.
You've got a fender in me.
You got a fender in me? Who said that?
Kurt.
Yeah,
Kurt.
Winner.
Kurt's winning in chat right now.
All right.
We have new people. We have guests joining us tonight, and they're like, George Harrison, what is this guy talking about?
Hey,
they're
go back to the last
actively-
segment. I don't
They're
get shit right.
actively unsubscribing, even though they weren't already subscribed. I don't know how they're doing it. They're like
following just to unfollow.
Hey,
they're
hey, Lord,
they're ungifting subs somehow. I've never seen it.
I've never seen that
Giving them
before.
back. Giving them back.
We got a little bit. We got a little bit of time. Okay.
no,
Oh, we're
let's keep
finishing
going.
now. I don't have work tomorrow. I don't
Well, I don't
care.
even know
I'm-
how many. There's 20 on here. We're not going to 20.
Yeah, let's go through all of them.
And some I can't. Some of them I don't even know how to badly describe them because I don't even know what they are. 2015. This was nominated for Best Original Song, and it's based off of Twilight.
Supermassive black hole.
I'm not talking about your heart, but thank you, Swan.
these are from movies, right?
Yeah.
Nominated for movie things. Okay.
Yeah.
Girl with the dragon
2005.
tattoo.
Nope.
You said
Nominated for
song?
best song.
Nominated for Best Song, which is not going to really help.
Off Twilight?
Based off of Twilight.
That's his.
So
that's
vampires?
his bad explanation.
This is the bad explanation.
50 Shades.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, that's
that
what I
was
meant.
it.
I said girl with the dragon tattoo, but I meant 50 Shades.
Gotcha.
There-
What
Yep.
song was on 50 Shades?
Let's see.
We like to party.
The Weeknd's
We
lead
like
single.
we like to party. We like to party.
Party.
We
that
like
it?
we like to party.
Party.
Oh Jesus! The fact that you fuckers know that is horrible.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yes,
dun,
yes.
dun, 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 dun.
You know, it was actually an acoustic redoing of Scatman. I'm a scat man. Diddly-bop-bop-bop.
Now they just sound like
Bop-bop-bop.
Nightman.
God.
So two
All right.
things. The first song that we like to party, Georgia people, you know that's the Six Flags theme with the
Yep.
old man. Oh, there's
We
I forget.
all know. We
There's
all
plenty of
know
Six
it's a
Flags.
Yeah.
Flag.
I always associate that with a Georgia thing because it's over Georgia.
Yeah. we
Uh,
got one in Georgia.
Scatman, best thing ever was that World of Warcraft video where they were
Us
Where they were
too,
having-
Ace Furry 83. We also are both hating this and loving this at all at the same time.
We're
Ace, I'm
doing
just here so
time.
I don't get fined.
this is it's community service for me.
1983, Best Original Song is what is one. It's nominated for cinematography, rather, Best Film Editing, and Best Original Song. 1983, all we ever remember is The Water.
Now are we talking about
sorry.
Flashdance?
Let's back this up.
Now we're talking about Flashdance.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
He's been waiting for 3 years to guess Flashdance and get it right.
Flashdance. Is it
Finally.
Flashdance now? How about Flashdance?
Yes.
Is it Flashdance?
Oh, God, I wish I had known. I would have set up the thing in the
Yeah,
house.
it's in the other room. You didn't give him enough time to roll it into the studio.
I would have just moved the camera.
All right, here we go. 2000.
Hey, is
Why-
it Flashdance? It's Flashdance, right?
You wanna
Can
talk-
we finally talk next week's topic from yours
Flashdance.
truly? We're talking about Flashdance.
Yes.
All right. For the year 2000, it won for Best Makeup, Jim Carrey, and it's not all makeup.
The Mask?
The Mask?
Nope. The True Man Show.
Stealth King said Flashdance?
Oh,
The
is
Grinch?
it Batman? Batman Forever?
Nope.
Jim Carrey.
Jim
Makeup.
Carrey, year 2000,
It's,
won Best Makeup.
it's in chat. It's the Grinch. It's got to be the
Yeah.
Grinch.
How the
Yeah,
Grinch
Word
Stole
Man got that.
Christmas. Yep.
Yeah.
Gee, hard gross.
Yep. But the fun fact about that, the reason why it's not all makeup is that face. He just pulls his face back and looks like that.
There's
The
no
rest of the
fun
green
fact
and
about
some of
that
stuff's
movie.
makeup, but yeah.
Wait, Tony,
I
didn't
like
that
that
have
one.
a
Shut
Faith
the-
Hill
yeah.
song in it?
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Swan?
Didn't that have a Faith Hill song in it?
Yeah, the Grinch was like dun, 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 dun. All right, 2012, the second movie telling of this finally had decent music and okay actors, and it's French.
Flashdance 2.
Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Wow.
As the one that was with Anne Hathaway, who won Best Supporting Actress, and then they got Best Makeup and Hairstyling and Best Sound Mixing. And Best Actor was nominated for Hugh Jackman, which I thought he was really good in that.
Cargles is not a fan of that movie.
No, I don't like that one.
I am not a fan of that movie. I would rather watch
I'd rather watch the
the
Broadway.
the non-musical version of Les Mis than have to rewatch that.
Can't. I'm not saying it was okay. But
Jeffrey
the music
Rush?
was good. The music makes
Nah.
I don't know, man. All right, we'll do one more.
Guys, don't let
Just-
Cargles bully you. You're allowed to like what you like.
Yeah.
No,
2001.
I'll bully you. Don't
Real
let her
quick.
do it. I'll do it.
I do want to apologize to Amanda Seyfried. I know you're watching tonight. Cargles' opinion has nothing to do with the opinions held by Almost Daily Discourse. We cannot control our fans. I'm sure you understand.
Mike, blink if she's got a knife to your back right now.
Literally, you're not even defending your own fucking
That's just
wife.
the Barretts. That's just the Barretts kicking in.
God damn.
All right, last one. Last one.
Okay.
2001. It won for Best Sound Editing. And it's a Michael Bay film that everybody forgets about Ben Affleck.
2001. The
2001.
movie.
No.
No, that's easy. That's oh God.
Way to go, Tony. Easy.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Yes, Armageddon.
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 Nope.
Really?
Nope.
You're fucking
See?
with us.
You forget. No, I'm not. You forget about this film.
Bad Boy? No, that was too late.
And
It's not
it's
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. God, I cannot remember the other guy's name. I'm looking at
The
him.
Rock. He wasn't in The Rock.
Nope.
The one Michael Bay movie I actually like. VO by Kurt says Jersey Girl.
that
That's
was
what I
Kevin
said.
Smith.
Really?
That's
And Good
Kevin
Hunting
Smith,
was Ben
yeah.
Affleck himself. Him and Damon wrote and directed. that.
Matt Damon.
So 2001.
Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
was
Boo!
Gross.
I had
What
to
did that
Boo!
Oh,
What did
okay.
that
I gotta do
win?
one more.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
Hey, we
guess
got a good-
Battleship.
Tony froze, so
that
it's
was much
okay.
later.
1992 won Best Actor. I'm gonna give you one line, and you should know this. Hooah!
Son of a woman.
Boom! There
Yes,
you go.
easy. Yes.
See, Phil,
Train-
we can play these kind of games.
Train
I
Day.
love him.
What's his name?
I'm blind as shit, but I
Hooah.
still can see the law from here. Hooah!
Oh man. So that was fun.
It's teeth,
it can use
right?
some tweaking.
That's what we're
but it was
talking
fun.
about.
Twisted
That was-
Tea.
Oh, Wordman in chat. Fish Called Wanda. Great fucking movie.
Classic. Charles, that was a lot of fun.
Good.
That was fun.
A
Good.
classic Al Pacino film. A fish
Called
named Wanda.
A Batman named Wanda.
Whoa.
So we talk about. I want to say thanks again to Two Dorks for rating us with all three of
Yeah.
their viewers. That was awesome. We appreciate you guys. But I do want to give a shout out. I talked a little bit about chat last week, but Ted Lasso. I'm telling you, it's very hard for me, and especially my wife, to find a very well written show and a smart show that's not just putting up tropes and easily to predict things and this is what's gonna happen. It's really a great show. It's so well written. I feel like it takes the best of American humor and British humor and melds it together very well. And Mike, you have a fun little story about Ted Lasso.
Yeah, the character was originally created to talk about the Premier League coming to NBC, and in the time frame that this was all happening, the team that I support, Tottenham Hotspur, we're looking for a new coach, and so NBC decided to spin up this character with Jason Sudeikis as the new coach of Tottenham Hotspur.
And he was the lead writer on it, by the way.
Oh, that makes sense. He's fucking hilarious. He's incredible.
Yeah. So now, how come they didn't use Top Hat, whatever
Hotspurs.
that's
Hot,
it.
the hot topics.
Yeah. Dude, all I hear is that train dude with the top hat or whatever.
Sir
Thomas the
Topham
Train.
Hat?
So yeah, you know, Mike. So honestly, I mean, if it was based on them, I'm curious as why they didn't maybe use them in the film, or did they go all fictional? I don't know.
Well, so yeah, I haven't seen the show yet.
Okay.
So you probably know more than I do.
doesn't?
But like basically like in the web series or like the commercial
Oh. That's the best.
But yeah, so in the commercial story that Ted like goes through, he gets fired before the first game of the season
Oh god.
Okay.
because he like fucks up so bad, and he
Yeah, well,
ends
that's
up
not how
coaching,
the
like,
TV show plays out.
a youth soccer team, like a little girls team, and he's like, yeah, I'm like the only Premier League manager on the whole, in the whole scene over here, so this should be easy. And all the girls are like just running wild,
Well, if you
So
think
Girls
that's what's
Gone
gonna be-
Wild with soccer is what you're saying, Michael?
Steph,
I just wanna-
Steph took him off the air. She's like, we gotta talk. You cannot. be
I
saying
just want to
shit like that."
add, they do have chicken fajita hot pockets, Ace Jury. So that's probably the closest you're gonna get to taco.
Oh, and that's what you get on Almost Daily Pod. You might find some taco hot topic parts. I don't know what the hell it was, but
God
you
damn.
also then will find a real hot pocket
Hot
that is
topics.
something you.
My next segment.
Oh man, come on back. Next week. Come on back next week to see us at Almost Daily Pod here on twitch.tv. Go ahead and like, subscribe, throw those bits out there. You can find most of what I do over at charlesmcfall.com. And sometime in 2021, we're going to get season 2 of this is Almost Daily Pod, of Finding the Stories. But season 1 is out there, and I think it's fucking fantastic. Big thanks to Emmy Swan for being here tonight. What is a show that you work on now, Swan?
A show that I work on now is actually the sister podcast and show to this show. So if you enjoy this insanity and want more of Kruggles, who has been off screen during this but deserves to be on screen, actually check us out coming up this coming Monday night, the 18th. And at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel right here. So if you don't already like and follow, make sure you like and follow, because we'll be live there doing our own take on this particular dumpster fire.
All right. Well, until next week, y'all need to learn how to speak other languages to say, "What's up, Trash Pandas?" We'll be back with some more shenanigans. And hey, when this podcast drops, more than likely it'll be tomorrow night. You can see us live. So Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. on twitch.tv/almostdailypod.
Woo!
Oh,
right,
God,
I
I'm
can do it in German. A Queen Hat says, "Learn it in German." I used to live in Germany. I can get that together.
Yo,
Good-
let me just say
Guten
real quick.
Abend.
Guten Abend. Good
I'm
Abend.
so happy that Two Dorks rated during your segment and not
Oh.
my depressing ass fucking segment.
Well, okay, so for those of you who are
Oh,
alive,
God.
we talked about mental health in the segment right before you rated, and it was
Well, no,
good,
no.
but it was not.
Explain it real quick. Like, we record 4 podcasts every night on Wednesday here at twitch.tv/almostdailypod, right? So Charles, Mike, Tony, and I are the cast of the show, and we always have a guest twice a month. And thankfully, it was Emily Swan this week. But we all pick a topic, and those podcasts get recorded every week. So, like, mine was really heavy about, like, mental health and depression, anxiety, and dealing with it, me not being able to own a gun, and all these other shit. Like, it got deep. And yet Charles was like, yo, boy, I'm going last with, like, party favors.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah.
thankfully you guys rated during his segment and not mine. But hey, guys, anybody who rated, I appreciate it. Anybody who stuck around after the raid, greatly appreciated. Hit that follow button with that bell. I mean, we do this live every goddamn Wednesday night from 8 p.m. Eastern until roughly about 11. I know you guys are normally with Two Dorks, but if you want to, when Two Dorks is done, just come over here, and we're probably still going. So I appreciate everybody here tonight from the raid that stuck through. And those segments that you missed, they're on your podcatchers, man. We're called Almost Daily Pod because they come out almost daily, right? Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we record on fucking Wednesday. So check it out if you can.
Saturdays.
And now, in addition, we also have Saturdays.
For the podcast, it comes out every Saturday and records every first and third Monday, right?
And third Mondays. Yep. And we release every Saturday. So you'll get one more Saturday episode of us that we recorded on Monday. And then the following Monday, we'll record again.
Never Sundays. That's why it's not daily.
Never Sunday.
We pretty much got everything
Sunday.
covered except
I don't
Sunday.
bowl on the fucking Sabbath, Tony.
Not on the Sabbath. Over the line.
Nobody missed what did Jesus.
Over the
We're
line.
We're like Chick-fil-A. Fuck Sunday.
Yeah, we're the Chick-fil-A of podcasting.
Oh, I love this.
Hot Topics, man, was so good.
Yeah.
Hot Topics. God damn, Tony. God damn.
You guys want to pick your favorites in the chat?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Let's call them out. Who do you got this week, Swan? You're the guest.
I'm gonna go Elle Hanley. Because
Hey.
she's fucking rad, and I love it, and I love that she shows up and absolutely supports us, and I love having her in chat. I love chatting with her when I'm in chat, and no, she brings great conversation every time she's here, and I can't wait to chat with her more.
Hell yeah. I am going to call out my fucking fiance, Kruggles. Kruggles
Blink if
is
you
my
have a knife.
favorite.
Because she still has the knife
Nice.
to his back.
No, I was trying to find the last time she said "fuck Charles," but I couldn't find it. So I'll
there's
take
so many
no
of 'em.
instead. There it is.
Quite really though. What's he gonna do but not shout her? She is his only way into Italy. Period. In the story, he has to keep her happy.
And for that story, check out episode 2.
Yeah.
For me, shout out to Ace Fury 83 because he was both hating and loving it simultaneously. I think he came with the raid. We appreciate you jumping in, hanging out, man.
You stole mine. You goddamn stole mine. Because he's a Nook's Tavern listener, or she's a Nook's Tavern listener, and completely fucking different shows from what I do on Nooks to the country that we do here on Almost Daily Pod.
At least they didn't make it to botched. I think we're the in between. I think we're
Yeah.
like the gateway, the weed, if
Yeah.
you will.
It's,
And then
yeah, sure, yeah. So
Excellent.
for my pick, I'm gonna pick Droop Dog Droop Dog, you joined the raid, haven't spoke, so I can only imagine that you're taking your time away from the computer and you didn't even realize that you were still in chat. I appreciate you, Droop Dog. And we'll see you every goddamn time that Two Dorks raid and you forget to turn off your fucking
Tony.
browser.
La-di-da-di-da.
Two Dorks raid.
La-di-da-di-da. Is that our thing now every time?
It's a D-O triple G. Droop Dog.
Droop Dog.
Mine is KJip4 because she said a lot of funny shit tonight. I don't know. KJ, yeah, whatever. I do that. But she said a lot of funny shit, and he's like, then B-Mail can make you cookies. I'm like,
yeah, I'm still waiting for those.
Yeah, we're waiting. So
also same.
And honorable mention because it's not in the chat, but fucking Tony P. Henderson, I think, did all the dunks tonight on all the shows with the jokes.
Well, you know why? It's because I haven't been working, and so I'm in a great place.
I'll also, to be honest with you, like, I think Queen Hat had like some fucking zingers tonight.
God.
Man.
Queen Hat killed all of us tonight. Like, just ruthless. Just every single one of us was in the crosshairs. She got us all.
Yeah.
Apparently KJB4 is B-Mail's wife, so she got the knife to him to make us some cookies. Cookies.
Yeah.
If anyone ever comes to Dragon Con, if it's your first time, you're supposed to bring cookies. Shut up.
Yep.
No, don't tell them. Yeah, see?
No,
It's
And
custom.
moonshine.
It's rule number 4. If you want your name shouted out at the end of every episode of ADD, it's fucking, you just gotta show up. Be active in chat.
Yep.
Get weird. And it's literally a percentage roll. So,
Just like that cookie I ate at Dragon Con. It was a percentage roll.
Wow. See, that's somebody told me the rule of Dragon Con is like you don't let anybody hand you a cup of something to drink. I'm like, no, that's like the opposite of Dragon Con. I need people to go get me coffee, and if it has something in it, I ain't hating you for it.
Was that coffee from Barrett'sCoffee.com?
no, it's
Bartlett.
Bartlett's, goddamn Bartlett's.